All right, what's up, guys? This is King Cringe. We're back with Subverted Subversions episode 4. And I got my co host with me, Jesse Larkins,
What is going on, everybody?
as always. And then today we also have a very special guest from the Tukey's Mag. Give it up for the erotic host predatory Gabriel Sinclair.
Hello, everyone. I am Tookie's top tugger, the top tugger. I am one-third a sidebar host. I reviewed, actually, King Cringe's phenomenal novel, Hate Spree.
Thank
Base
you.
World Saints Row, if I recall correctly, and the Half-Life 2 of our scene. Direct quote from my review. And I'm more than happy to be the incel extraordinaire of this podcast.
Yeah, that's right. Thanks for all the great words, And
Very spot on.
we had to bring Gabe on because today we're, as you can see, we have a different screen. Oh, before I get to that, I got us to give a shout out to Don Don the big man over on Tukey's Mag Discord, which you should join because it is public. But he was like, "Yo, you should change your voice changer, King Cringe. It's not clear enough." So I did. So hopefully this time it's better. And big shout out to him and all the rest of the people. He's apparently signed to Bond 4 books. So I don't know what his book is. Does anybody know what his book is? Or
He posted, I think, an excerpt of it on In Man's World, if I recall correctly.
okay.
Yeah, Don or Thingle. I think your Thingle is his writing name. Yeah,
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
yeah, yeah.
okay.
One of our foundational tuggers. Despite making up only 5% of the Earth, Australians make up at least like 33% of the top tuggers in terms of founding stock. Yeah, he goes way back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
he's really funny and he's a really good writer too.
yeah, and he also likes
And
our stuff.
Hmm.
yeah, especially that's what makes him the best writers. That he likes our stuff.
We will
But
boost anyone who likes our stuff.
anybody. But
It,
yeah. So
it's the law of the mutuals.
all the mutuals. But yeah, you guys may be wondering why do we have Gabe here? Why is he so special? Well, today we have the battle of the bitches for you. All right, we are going to decide the top most bussin' right wing e girl, and we had to bring the expert on for it, and that's why Gabe is here.
Yeah,
Just
e-girl anthropology. As we know, Twitter has always been a dating app this whole time, as we all know.
yep, that's so true.
The
So
e-thought expert.
one and only. So just a couple of ground rules. It's gonna be obviously there's three people here, so it's 2v1. So whoever it's not it's even though we wish it would just be Gabe's opinions, it's not. He's always right though. He's always right.
Yeah, don't worry. Post show, I'll create a eugenics table, the objective Gabriel Sinclair tier list.
You should do it. Yeah, redo it with Tuki's Mag. That would be so awesome. But to stop it
Tag
from
everyone too.
being completely boring, we also have a veto system, which means that so for every round, this is going to be in like brackets. So this is like one round, like all of these girls. And then as we whittle it down, there will be more rounds. But essentially, at any point, if you're outvoted 2v1, you can pull your veto and then just override what everybody else says because you're right and you have that privilege.
You get
So
to force in your waifu.
yeah, basically. And I vetoes do cancel each other out, so you can do that if you want. So that's how it's gonna
You
work.
should call the vetoes cock blocks.
Oh
To keep it
yeah,
thematic.
cock block. That's a good idea. And then yeah, hopefully things will be interesting. And also we're gonna be, as you can see, we're really ambitious here at Subverted Subversions. We're gonna be asking Gabe in the middle of this tier list questions on right wing sex literature because
Yes,
that's
go.
that's what it's all about. But I think we're just gonna start out right off on rating them bitches because there's a lot. So are we ready?
We brought the deep cuts. We brought in, classics like Lauren Southern,
Yeah.
Wheatfields, Murdoch style. We got the new girls on the block. You got Brett Cooper. You got a shout out to Trump's daughter Ivanka with the camo toes for Israel post.
Hmm.
But we got some deep cuts. We got fascist PP. We got plenty to show y'all.
Yeah, you went so deep into the weeds on this and started pulling out people that we had never even heard of before. and we're just like, all right, fuck it, add it, add it to the list. So
Yeah.
Listen, you activate my Sherlock's mind palace, all right? You say, "Hey, Gabe, do you remember this one e-girl from 2014 from
Yeah.
Gamergate?" And I immediately just enter my memory palace filled exclusively with niche e-girl knowledge.
That is
they'll
this
be so
entire right
honored.
section. I'd call it Gabe Zoomettes. Shout out to Dan Baltic for coming up with that, I guess. This is just you'll see his excellent taste. It's quite thrilling. All these whammons.
It's Sinclairian. It's Sinclairian.
It's Sinclairian. That's such a
Yep.
Sinclairian.
Zoomets.
All right, but yeah, are we ready? Are we ready to discuss?
Yes, go.
So
Let's do it.
first off, we have Dasha Nekrasova versus Ashley Sinclair.
Ooh,
You know.
starting off with the heavy set of coal.
We have to. So Gabe, what's your initial thoughts on this?
You know-
Who comes out on top?
You know what? I'm letting Obi-Wan right now. I'm having my Force Ghost of my E-Father Gio Penichetti right now. I'm trying to summon him right now. I'm gonna have to say that overall, in terms of sincere output to the culture, because we gotta be ranking, right? Because we're theory cells here. We gotta rank them not only for the eugenic fertility, right? But we also gotta rank them for the cultural output of their spirit, the cultural output of their anima.
Okay.
Right. So in terms of Dasha, she's got a skull like a jelly bean. No one can deny that, right? If you look at her head, it's very jelly bean. But in terms of the vocal fry, in terms of because remember, we all remember her anime cosplay when she was a Bernie Bro socialist. She has been part
Taylor
of
socialism.
Yes, Sailor Socialism. Exactly. She has been inculcated. She's been marinated in the spirit of the mimetic complex of the internet. The cathedral of the code, as I call it, of the internet, of the spiritual side of the internet. I would have to say overall, Ashley Sinclair, she's just a basic grifter. I mean, we all remember her
grifting
certain.
Elon's babies.
Yeah.
She's a gene grifter. She'll grift on your genes, basically.
She's a G
Uh,
grifter.
She's a gene grifter, and I'm
She works.
ashamed to
She
share.
works for the Chinese for their freaking eugenics program.
Oh yeah, she teamed up with that Chinese eugenicist to steal Elon's seed,
Yeah.
making a Chinese super baby with him.
She
that-
is a gold digger.
hmm And we all know about certain posts from her past. Certain, she was a poster of coal in more ways than one. In my gut, I'm gonna have to say, you know what? I'm gonna be one-shotted by Dasha. Dasha one-shots for me.
All right. Jesse, what are your thoughts?
I mean, yeah, I agree with that.
All right, that's cool. Sorry, you're gonna say more? Explain more.
No, I was just gonna say that. I mean, Gabe summed it up perfectly. It seems like Ashley Sinclair's just a story of the week type character, and Dasha's here to stay.
Yeah. Ashley will never openly, admittedly, like blast the Smiths drunk in a maid outfit and randomly post it on Twitter. Dasha would just do that, right, out of sincere e-girl bubbliness. Like, she doesn't have to play act the e-girl. She is the e-girl. The e-girl is spontaneous with her quirkiness. I mean, there's still a tailored sense because no women are truly spontaneous because they always have the eye of the male. The male gaze is they always see themselves from the perspective of male gaze. But her performance of spontaneity is more closer to the sincere than the insincere Sinclair.
It's effortless for her. So yeah, for me she's got the sexy lazy eyes. She's got the voice. She talks. Yeah, it's just because it doesn't matter. I'll fuck Ashley St. Clair. She's pretty hot. She's hotter to Joshua than me. So, but it's 2v1. Unfortunately for Ashley St. Clair, she gets sent to the insult day of retribution. She's gonna get stabbed to death. So sorry. This is a matter of life and death.
Look, this is all reparations for incels right
This
here.
is still reparations.
She's gonna be forced into a Rudyard sex cage.
Yeah. In there.
Oh, big
So,
guns! This is the clearly.
So
Okay.
this is the second round. Not second round, but second set. We've got the presidential. We've got the president's Jared Kushner's wife. It's all good. Jesse,
I
what
would
are you?
just like to say.
Yeah,
Oh, sorry.
you go first, Jesse.
I would just like to say Ivanka Trump is 43 and is hotter than most of the girls on this list.
That's kind of true, actually.
She's 43.
Yeah,
Wait, how old is Melania?
I didn't look that up.
That shit must be like
That's-
60.
Maybe 20 years older. I honestly, maybe 20 years older.
Yeah,
I mean, you can tell in the face, but
yeah, but no, you're right. Ivanka is pretty hot for being 60 or not 40 years old. That's crazy.
yeah, dude. So I vote for her.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
So
so
you're voting for Ivanka. You're not even going to
Yeah.
consider mommy Melania.
No, I'm basing this purely on aesthetics. So you know,
You know, what? Listen, in terms of breedability, good genes, as Trump said, you know, the German blood, good stuff. But in terms of quality, you see, Melania is a Slavic woman. She's Slovenian, all right. And as a Croatian, I'm very intimately, my blood memories kick in terms of understanding Miss Melania. You know, she's very pampered. She will stand by her man if he has provided enough for her. If he's like that dragon from The Hobbit, if he provides enough gold and enough of a stone palace for her, she will die to protect him and his gold in particular. But she has been proven to be ride or die for her man in terms of loyalty. Now,
Very
Ivanka
true.
is interesting. Ivanka is more of a vitalist. Right, if you remember the iconic camo toe picture of her doing yoga with the surfer Hail Hitler pose with the finger and the pinky toe, not like a pinky toe for your finger. I forget the name of it, pinky. Right, if you remember that iconic pose with the camel toe picture, right, there's a sense of vitalism to Ivanka. Now, problem is she is married to Jared Kushner. All right, you know the most typical. I can imagine. I can see the propaganda posters of like beautiful blonde. You know the ones. But I love the Conan the Barbarian cosplay that Melania did. You know, I could definitely see where Baron got his epic fantasy genes from. You know what? Honestly, I have many aunts like Melania in terms of personality. I understand them on a more of intuitive level. And unlike most Slavic women, there's another Slavic woman that probably pop up on the list. She didn't get puffy, but most Slavic women actually get very puffy when they get pregnant. Sure, her cheeks didn't get particularly puffy when she got pregnant, which is rare, but it's a sign of good genes. But overall, I'm gonna have to go with the camel toe. I think the camel toe wins with this.
fuck. I was gonna go with big boobs. I was just like, Melania, she's got big boobs. She's hot. She's like model tier. Like,
Sorry,
oh,
look
man.
at you shouldn't have included the tummy. The tummy's really doing it for me. I love the little tummy. And the
Oh,
little...
her navel. That.
Yeah, the navel.
that is crazy.
Should I
But
pull
also,
my
yeah,
veto
you
now?
love big tits,
Should I
King.
pull my veto this early?
Are you going cockblock? Are you going cockblock King Cringe?
I'm gonna
The
cock
cringe
block
cock
this.
block?
I'm gonna cock block you
Oh
right now.
no!
I'm using it early. Fuck it. So I'm sorry, Ivanka guys. You guys are nice, but I gotta go with the hose. You know, Trump man. You know, not Jared. But he's
Wait,
got
is
better
the cock
taste.
block different from the override?
It's the same shit.
That is the same thing, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
So,
just double checking.
all right. We're on to the
Oh,
next set now.
is
The
it?
Daily Wire.
Is this a
Oh
three-way?
my
This is a
god.
three-way. I've grouped
The
them up
Daily
like.
Wire three-way.
Hopefully we can like come to a decision. So.
Oh my god, this might be the most hardest one. You know,
Oh shit.
we
Okay.
went to Dante Must Die mode now, man.
Okay,
Oh,
I
okay.
guess.
Go, well, King Cringe,
Yeah.
you gotta go first.
Yeah, I gotta go
Yeah.
first. Personally, for me, I mean, you know, Abby does have a nice set of knockers. It's pretty cool. Female Ben Shapiro's off the list. She's completely off the list. I don't know why you would, go there. I mean, you can, but
Wait, you're eliminating Brett?
I'm not. I'm just from my mind. Like
Oh, okay. From your
for
perspective.
me, this is the real matchup right now. Like this other thing doesn't exist.
Oh,
But
you're down for the milfs, man. You're the Zoom honey. You're just throwing them away. You're
I
casting
just
them aside. You're hunting.
what
You're
is it?
hunting for
What
that
is it?
conservative cougars.
Yeah, conservative cougars. What is it? Hag maxing? I'm a hag maxer.
Oh, you're a hag maxing
Yeah.
MAGA auntie. You want a nice little MAGA auntie.
Yeah, and personally for me, I think Gina, she's got a really good smile, bro. All about the
That's
muscles.
true.
Right now, I'm putting my vote for Gina Carano. You know, the
I-
epic Daily Wire movie star, really famous. Never been in a flop. Like, what movies was she in for the Daily Wire? I don't even fucking know.
Exactly.
Lady
hide
Ballers.
and fight or some shit.
Yeah, who cares? Nobody cares.
I'm trying to like come up with a title.
But yeah,
Oh,
Gabe,
Um,
what's your take?
is
What's your take?
this is really tough because these are three different archetypes of EREC. All right, in terms of a Jungian analysis, right? Well, with Abigail Shapiro, there's a Freudian sense because when you fuck her, you cannot get Ben Shapiro's face. The amount of AI porn of her like getting titty jobs to her brother on the like adult gift threads on 4chan, they were magnificent. Right, the POV stuff was good, but you could not get her brother's face out of your head. Her eyebrows are exactly the same.
oh my god, they're
Right?
identical.
Yes. But notice, but the thing is, you chose the most iconic picture, right? The most iconic outfit, the black dress, the little bit of the bra poking out, the pearl necklace, the hair, the subtle smile. She looks vaguely French-esque, Gaelic, and almost a certain way, or Gallic, right? There is three different things here. You got the relatable Zoomer. You know, she's not gonna complain about you gaming till 3 a.m. You know, with Brett Cooper. With Brett Cooper, she's gonna wear jeans. You can listen, like, out of all the three of us, Brett Cooper, I can listen to Neutral Milk Hotel. We can listen to Airplane Over the Sea together. You know what I mean?
That's so true.
Right? Exactly. And she'll give you like a play. She won't give you a blowjob like while you're on your computer, but she'll give you like a playful hand job. Brett will give you a playful hand job while you're on a computer. Well, classical Abby, she doesn't like. She's like okay with you gaming, but she doesn't understand gaming. You know what I mean? And like, and she's
Yeah.
not like with Abby.
She's
You can take her to the
barefoot
movies.
though.
She is barefoot. She's a
For all the feet
barefoot Judaic trad
aficionados.
wife. That is true. She's a barefoot Jewish trad wife, and that is the thing here. Oh, Brett Cooper is much more millennial. We're friends. We're dinks. You know,
Yeah.
like you know, to save the Judaic birth rate, to make sure the blood of Israel stays strong. Abby will give you 5 children. All right. They'll all look like Ben Shapiro, though. There's always a chance you'll get a Ben Shapiro clone out of them. No, that's how Ben Shapiro reproduces, right? It's like in David's.
Oh,
you
fuck.
remember Dave's book? You remember how in David's book is Charlotte to in Providence, like the genes are produced exclusively through the female line. That's
Oh my
if
god.
you the curse of Abigail Shapiro is if you knock her up, you have 5 children. All 5 will be exact identical clones of Ben Shapiro. Ben Shapiro's genetic line will cuck you.
And it would
Oh,
lead to
fuck.
the end of civilization.
Well,
Yeah.
Gina Carano, she's objectively she's a normie. She's like
That's true.
she's like a Zoomer's version of Back to Fresh Prince, right? She doesn't want to get into the race stuff, you know, maybe off other joking here and there. But once you start talking about Spangler and how our children are the seeds of the European spirit, how we must recreate the palace of our ancestral dreams and go to the stars and Apollonian spirits, and like she's not into that kind of thing. She just wants to make you cupcakes and like have a 4th of July barbecue. Right,
She just
and
wants
then
to
you
be
can.
on the Mandalorian TV show.
She wants me to mail her a TV show, but she will let you lick her abs. All right, she will let you
Oh,
lick your
yeah.
abs.
That is
Perfectly
true.
fine of anal. Abby does not do anal. We know for a fact Abby does not do anal. Brett occasionally. Gina, perfectly fine with you doing anal.
But would
But
Abby really listen to, you know, autistic Spangler rant?
you know, if it's about Israel, if I could just change.
If I could tie it in somehow.
Yes, they have that unifying spirit of the founding. Their soul stock is still there. They're not given to the merchant stock, right? They're still in the springtime of their founding of the nation, right? The Volk is still tied to the land, but you know, capital has not infested the Holy Land of Israel just yet. But no, with Gina is great. She wants to have a suburb. She wants to have at least 2 kids with you, and she will let you lick her abs. That's a really cute tummy picture. You find the best pictures with the tummy pictures.
I gotta get that
I
tummy. But
you
also,
know,
I forgot. This is what, like, just one extra thing is she was also in that Command and Conquer game, and I think I used her as rep for Nikita Hitler for the red
already,
Oh
outfit.
no
you know,
shit.
I can wife up Nikita Hitler.
I mean, you could, but it's not the same body. But yeah,
You know
but it
what?
doesn't count.
I might listen. Brett she's my fellow Zoomer. You know, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to go with Gina in terms of pure eugenic fitness.
Oh, fuck.
This
Gina,
is that just
Gina.
one Command and Conquer, the tummy. Gabe just goes for the tummy. He's the tummy guy. He just wants to lick all the tummies.
No, it's just, you just find I'm not a tummy guy. It's a particularly fertile looking tummy. It's like okay, zoom into the tummy, right? Zoom into
Okay,
the tummy.
zoom into the tummy.
It could
Yes,
take a
okay.
punch.
Okay, so you see these little groin bones right here, right? You see the definition.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, this,
it's like
yeah.
it's literally pointing to her little womb tattoo area. It's literally pointing to her womb.
Yes, the womb tattoo.
It is an arrow.
It's an arrow to the womb.
Breed me.
Breed me. Jesse, can you convince either of us to pick something else if you have a different choice, or?
I guess this leaves me to defend Brett Cooper's honor.
Okay.
I mean, okay, yeah, she might be controlled opposition, but she's like, oh, oh god, she has the softest features out of all these people, right?
And she has a great laugh. I love her laugh, and she's got a great smile. You want to see her laugh. You want to see her smile.
Right. And it's like it's super contagious, and I kind of like sort of softer, rounder faces. When I look at Abby, yeah, I get this harsh, Jewy, sort of Ben look. And then Gina, she just looks like a kickboxer. So, and like I've banged girls that sort of look like Brett. So I would just much rather, kind of that's more of the archetype I kind of gravitate towards than some of these harsher sort of looks.
You're down bad for your one-nightitis, I see.
The times passed.
Yeah, it's
the one I will never forget.
It's the muscle mommy versus the playful pixie. That's what Cooper is. She's a playful little pixie.
100%.
So, Jesse, you don't want to cock block us, or you're saving that?
Are you gonna save it? You only get one.
Yeah, one per round.
Okay, it's like if I had a better perspective of could we kind of zoom around the room for a minute?
Spoilers.
I will cock block.
Okay, you're cock blocking. Oh fuck!
I will cock block.
No! Why did you introduce his mechanic? No!
Yo, we got the female bed. She's up. All right, so Jesse's cock block is done for this round. So you have the only you can fuck us over real bad right now, Gabe.
I'm
for
retaining.
For this Sinclair Zoom, you've got full run in the house. You know,
I
is guaranteed a win.
I am preserving. I'm retaining from my honor. I'm no nutting for my honor.
You know nutting for you got semen retention. Gabe's strategy is semen retention. We're ejaculating early. Gabe's semen retention.
I am trying, dude.
Holy shit. You are bringing back the classics. This is vintage.
All right, yeah. So you're starting off this time. I think, Gabe, was it your turn or is it Jesse's turn?
Let's see. I don't remember. Well, who did? I think it is my turn because I think you introduced.
Last time was King.
Last time was King.
Yeah. Oh, wait. We went. Okay, yeah, that was me. So yeah, it's your turn, Gabe.
All right, so this is vintage. You got Lauren Southern versus Tommy Lauren.
Yeah.
Like
the classic
South Park-esque names of each other.
I think Lauren was the first e-girl, right? If I'm not mistaken.
The first big right-wing e-girl, absolutely. Well, you could argue. Wait, when did Brittany Ventney come into the scene? Is she in here or no?
Oh fuck! I forgot about Brittany Ventney. It's too late.
You forgot Brittany Ventney?
Yeah. She wasn't cougar. She wasn't cougar enough.
She hit the wall anyway. She hit the wall. It's past her prime.
Yeah. But who was the first? Tommy or Lauren?
No, Lauren came before Tommy in terms of the E scene. Tommy.
Okay.
I remember Tommy just from her cucking, like counter signaling Trump and like being pro-abortion and ending up on like The View. If you remember that time where she counter signaled Trump on pro-life.
Yeah.
But not for like base reasons, obviously. The ghost of Lothrop Stoddard isn't trying to help her preserve the eugenic capabilities of America. Tommy Lauren is. Scott Greer talks about this with like the normal like capital T trad conservative woman. She is actually very masculine coded, very career oriented. Like, look at that. Look at what she's fucking wearing on the left. You know what I mean? Like, I want to be respected, but I want to be respected tradfully. Tradfully respected. Right? Oh, stepping into the ring.
Oh,
a
dude,
surprise
out of
throw-in.
nowhere.
Nice.
Jumping in from the rafters, the Queen Venti.
It's now
Oh,
a
This
three-way
is now a
battle.
All right, we got it. Fuck it.
Yeah,
Just
she's
made
coming
this a
in,
lot easier.
jumping in from the ropes, elbowing Tommy Lauren out of the ring.
Yeah.
Original first.
Can we?
Original
Maybe
first
we should
spot.
just count Tommy Lauren as Lauren Southern. They're basically the same person. You know.
True. No, Lauren. Actually, Lauren is far more fun. Tommy Lauren is so high maintenance in terms of a woman.
He looks like it.
She is very high maintenance. You know, she'll give you a blowjob maybe on your birthday. You know what I mean? She grows up into Skylar from Breaking Bad in like 5 years after this picture's taken. Chain smoking. You know what I mean? But
Fuck
she's
your
racist.
boss.
Yeah, exactly. Fucks your boss. Chain smokes. Gives you genetically like disgusting children that are deficient. And like you look at her, and you realize something about her in terms of raising your children. She's not even schizo. She's racist. Like, she will avoid the black guy when moving across the sidewalk, but she won't let you be a Spangler cell with your son. She won't let you name your son Octavian or Otto or Bismarck. She won't let you name your son any cool shit. You know what I mean? She wants something like Hunter. All right.
Well, yeah, there's got to be a
Hunter.
cutoff. You can't name him.
Or Caleb, right? Exactly. She doesn't believe in the European spirit, right? She doesn't have the in her. Her trad is when her dad got like a blowjob in the 80s after watching like Return of the Jedi. No, her dad probably was a normie back then. Normies didn't watch Star Wars back then. They probably what, Top Gun. Fucking Top Gun. Her dad getting a blowjob in the car after high school prom in the 80s. That's her quote unquote heritage and trad life in the suburbs. Right, with Lauren Southern though, there was something genuinely authentic internet coded about her. She was
Yeah.
authentic internet coded. You remember one of her first big videos was her as the spy from Team Fortress 2, right? The tomboy who plays video games. You know what I mean? There's an
Yeah.
aspect of that to her. I think feminism is cringe, and she went to the slut walk. She spoke in the language on the internet natively in certain. And also, to be clear, when I say the first e-girl, I know people are going to get internet anthropologists are going to get mad at me. Obviously, Boxy, you could argue, was the first internet e-girl in terms of what an e-girl would come to be known as. I'm not making a historical claim. I'm making in terms of the internet, the right-wing internet, or objectively like e-right coded, not like internet in general.
Yeah.
Right. So with Lauren, you know, she wants you to go on hikes. You will have to like be physical with her. You will have to go hiking. Right. You have to like memorize. You have to reread a bunch of Schopenhauer and Nietzsche how good walking is. So you have to play back those quotes while you're slapping fucking mosquitoes in your neck and drenched in sweat. Right. About how good hiking and spiritual European hiking is. Right. You got to keep those quotes in your mind as you walk. But with Lauren, she wants you to go running with her. She's active. She lets you play Vidya. She likes Vidya. She is a Vidya girl to a certain degree. She's just very, very easily. She's a midwit. She is a midwit. If you have an IQ of 145, and she has an IQ maybe 115.
I think she
you
lived
will
in like
have
a
dumber
trailer
children.
park for a while too.
No, she is living in a trailer park because she
Oh,
got
okay.
fucked by an Australian Fed. Yeah,
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
You don't remember this? Yeah, she got
No,
she got
shit.
honeypotted. She got honeypotted.
Got honey
All right,
potted.
and as now a single mom in Canada. I think she's more libertarian. She is libertarian, and like
Right.
even that, like she in terms of like racial stuff, like she was like she used to do Stephen Molyneux. She was okay with, you know, she talked about white genocide to South Africans, but she would prefer if you talk to your son about that kind of thing in the garage. Like she would want me to shut up about Spangler. Like, don't you want to watch football, Gabe? You do nothing but talk about books. So she will want me at some point to talk about nothing but books, or not.
Yeah, she's a
anything else
normie.
but books. She is a normie. She wants me to watch the football. She wants to host a football party with her normie girl. She still hangs out with the normies. She wants me to get out my room and stop reading books and stop being podcasting and be a quote-unquote normal human being and touch grass. She did an article with Mary Harrington about how important it is for people to get offline and be in touch with the real world, damn it. You gotta touch grass, bro. Even though I made my entire career on the internet, in my internet persona, well, I'll outlast my bullshit fleshy persona. Like, men are born posthumously, as Nietzsche said. The mimetic life is the only thing that matters, right? But like, just touch. I hate the touch grass mythology, right? She got burned, and now she blames chuds, and now she's like a leftist single mom now, right? She is the archetype. You know what? She is the female Icarus. She flew too close to the chud sun. She,
She was there first. She was so talented. Everybody was on her side.
Yes. Yeah. She is the e-girl Icarus, and she has fallen. And Brittany Venti also has pseudo fallen. Her sin is that she hit the wall, and she feels really bad about hitting the wall, and that's why she's anti-chud.
Oh, she's
And
anti-chud now?
she's anti-chud now.
Fuck.
She's all like, oh, you chud, women age great at 30, you know. Now, if you look at her, she kind of looks like a human version of Dory from Finding Nemo in terms of her facial features. It's like a weird biracial fish look to her, a little bit Innsmouth with her, right? But with the thing with Venti is that the curly hair is a nice touch. It is. I know fucking Matthew Grant and eugenics police force will go busting in my door when I say this, but sometimes biracial features can be attractive.
It makes
They
you
can
look
be.
more Jewish. Is that why you like it? The curly hair? It's more Jewish.
The curly, yeah, the griddle. That's stolen valor. The Greeks had colored hair, Dan. Marcus Aurelius had an afro puff. He had a zoomer cut. All right.
All right. He had the
She looks
broccoli hair.
elfish.
Yes. Nero had a broccoli cut. All right. This has been fact check for true pagan patriots. But no, with her, she was much more mimetically, like we all remember, like it was our Dreyfus affair. It was our, the post 9/11 people have that performance of Creed, where they do One Last Breath with the jerseys on. Post 9/11 for the Zoomers, our One Last Breath after 9/11 was like the He Will Not Divide Us stream. You got
Yeah.
Muslim, you got Brown Boy Snake Plissken singing, you got Crime is the way I fly to you, right? Sam Hyde, Shia LaBeouf, the old
Yep.
vintage stuff, right? That will be always in our heart of hearts. That's our Woodstock 1977. Like, when the Zoomer version of whoever McLean, whatever the fuck his name is, Bye Bye Miss American Pie. When we sing our version of the American Pie song, our version of Woodstock will be He Will Not Divide the Stream, and talk about all those antics and where are they now kind of thing, right? And that aspect of her, we all remember the iconic image of her as Pepe with her tits out getting arrested with a milk jug or like in between her tits. We all remember this, right? And there's a
Who?
sense of nostalgia with her, but yet again, yeah.
I don't remember this at all. I guess I wasn't
What do
plugged
you
in.
mean?
I guess I
Where
wasn't
were
plugged
We
you?
in.
all
Last,
remember this.
where were you the last 15 years?
I don't know. I'm gonna be honest. I was never the biggest Britney fan, so I just never followed her.
You
I
were
didn't
touching
know.
grass, weren't you? You were
Yeah.
touching grass. You're watching Batman Begins or some shit, or whatever the third one was. Dark Knight Rises.
The Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah, 2011. You weren't even Bane posting.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So
I was not a Bane poster. I was not. I think his voice is kind of shitty, to be honest, but whatever. It's a different.
Dude, you should do a dub. You should dub over his lines with your robot voice.
Oh
You should
yeah,
do
I
the
should
Bane.
use Bane as like my AI voice and go,
Oh my God.
Britney, Venti.
No, that would be great. But yeah,
I would kill myself. No, don't.
Yeah, for the next 25 episodes, like you've just
No, I
saddled
gotta
Jesse
endure
with
that.
this.
Gabe. You don't have to endure that.
Oh no, we all have Bane voices. It's 3 Banes. It's 3 No, it's that Bang Bros. It's Bane Bros.
It's Bane Bros. This is the Bane. This is now
Bros.
the Bane Bros.
This is the Bane. This is the Bane bus.
This is the Bane
Yes.
bus. We have all these right-wing egos on the Bane bus.
We're taking over the industry.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so Brittany Venti was a mimetic muse. She was a muse of the memes, but the yet again, their gifts, the gods give their gifts, and they take it away at their leisure. And the thing is, once that gift was taken away from her, once the shun of the gods was taken away, and she was stuck in the shade, she had no way of she turned much like a European or of Orpheus, much like a ego version of Orpheus. She has looked back at the ghost of her love, which is her Erite career, and now she's been cast aside to weep amongst the willows in the shade of the willows. And I think she has now returned to the grass. She's now a normie now for all intents and purposes. She's on Instagram posting pictures of what she ate and plates and stuff like that. And she probably shops at Home Goods. So if you date her, she's gonna bring you to Home Goods. Right, she's gonna force you to walk around Home Goods. You could be bored on the fucking Jade section and like looking at plates and like the potted plants and like the carpets. You're gonna have to space out, play with the carpets, just back and forth with the little swings on the little because the carpets have the weird swings, like the little crowbars on Home Goods. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like, we're all listen. We're all suburbs kids, or we all remember that time when we all grew up in the suburbs. We all remember the times when our moms would be shopping at your mom with Home Goods again, right? So I have to say, between the two, you see, Lauren Southern. You know what? Brittany Venti is more like a crow or like a magpie, right? There's a little bit more vindictiveness to Venti. Lauren Southern is a dog, a happily retarded dog, but a
She's like the
retarded dog
golden
nonetheless.
retriever of right wing.
She is a golden retriever.
Yes.
Yeah, she's a golden retriever. You have to have a close hand on her. You just have to hold frame. I would have to. It's a very tough decision here. I will have to say you have to yet again. You have to keep a firm hand. You have to make sure your paternus familias is respected. I'll have to go with Lauren Southern.
All right, Jesse, what's your pick?
Wow. I mean, after all that, I really had no idea where that was going. Oh man, what a roller coaster, Gabe. Oh man, I'm just gonna go Brittany.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
It's just, yeah, that picture on the left is really selling me.
But here's the
'Cause
thing: Brittany Venti will divorce you. You know, as Lauren Southern got her man took her dog walked her, right,
I
for
mean, that's-
years, and she
I
didn't
mean-
divorce her. Brittany Venti will divorce you.
I mean, I won't stick around with her either. It's not,
Thing is,
it doesn't seem like a.
He just gets
You
the
can
progeny
Stockholm.
dips.
Yeah, you
This
get
is
it
your
in
black
clear. I'm
art,
not-
Jesse Larkins.
Listen,
What's up?
I want to produce a puppy litter with Lauren Southern. All right, you could Stockholm Southern. You can't really Stockholm Venti.
You know what? That's a really valid point.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man. Because and again, I've just brought it down to pure base, cosmetics. Really, I'm just looking at the elfishness and the brunette and all that, and then the the more high mannered sort of, it's like, could I really chill with Lauren Southern? Like, I'm definitely not even thinking about Tommy. It's just like between Lauren and
Yeah.
Brittany. So it's
God,
like,
no.
I could never, I couldn't
Could
even
just
see
flip
myself
her
hanging out with
out.
either of these girls. So it's
Yeah,
just like,
with Lauren, see, you're looking at it through the purely from Technic. You're looking from a purely rationalized Anglo view. I'm viewing it from a Germanic Gothic view. I'm looking way Richard Wagner would
hey,
value.
you're thinking about the legacy, man.
Yeah, this is my seed. This is my seed is a fracture of the European soul, of the Faustian soul.
You're
Yes,
right. I need to be bringing it to that level too.
my Faustian soul needs a fertile field to
We're now
preserve the
looking
heritage of
past the
Europe.
bodies of these women. We're looking deep into their souls. This is what this is about.
Mhm.
Yeah, we're not objectifying them, guys. That's not.
We're
what
not
we're doing
objectifying
here.
any of these women.
We're looking past the thousand cock stare. All right, we're looking beyond the thousand cock stare. We're penetrating through it.
And you know what? I see hearts of gold in all of them, but to be frank, nah. Oh boy,
If
no.
it-
I'll stick with Brittany. I'll stick with the brunette.
all right.
Hearts
It's-
hearts of gold, but cunts of copper.
It's
You know what? That's kind of my thing.
so it's up to me now. And if I was
Yes.
listening to my dick, I would pick Tommy Laren completely.
She's fit. She is fit.
But in the interest of not having a cock block, I'm gonna have to go with Lauren. She's just again I said I've never been a fan of Brittany. I've never been a fan of, I don't know how she talks or whatever her points.
Oh, very nasally.
You know?
I remember her having a very nasally voice. That is true.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the curly hair, so just
You don't like curly hair.
I'm not a curly hair fan. I don't know if this is true. I
Wow.
don't know if anybody else does that. I'm not a Jewish fan of of curly hair, of hair.
I'm not
So-
a blonde guy,
Okay. Well,
so that just
okay.
rules them out.
You're a secret third thing between the blonde hairs and the curly hairs.
Man, women are just getting freaking chopped to pieces over here. All right.
Brutal.
We're on the next one. So I think you're starting off this time, Jesse.
Oh,
Yeah. So we're on
is
to
that the
Roman
right?
millennia.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's her name? Ken, right?
Lauren Chen.
Yeah, Lauren
Right.
Chen. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I was actually subscribed to her for a little while. I got psyops.
Yo, we
Oh
already got
yeah.
the hit. We already know who he's picking.
Yeah.
No. Hang on.
Okay. Okay.
Uh oh man, because I don't, I really don't know much about Mary Morgan, but honestly, those pictures are selling me so hard. Even though like I would, I do like Lauren's take sometimes, and I don't even know if I'm still subscribed to her, but
Well,
again,
they're
purely,
allegedly
I'm
part of. I don't know if they're both, but Mary Morgan's part of Tim Pool's show. So this is the alleged Tenet Russian media ops crew. You know.
Oh man,
okay.
you know Russia is losing the war when this is their honeypots. I miss like quality, grade A Russian honeypots.
Yeah.
Right, is Lauren Chen with Daily Wire, or
She
was
was
she
with the
for a little
Blaze.
bit?
The
She
Blaze.
was with the Blaze for a little bit. Blaze.
Okay, so it's really like pick your poison kind of.
Well, she's independent now.
Oh, is she? Okay.
I think.
Man, and again, I just like I I'm thinking purely with my dick here,
Yeah.
thinking purely about aesthetics, because I don't really care if I have a great conversation with these women. Honestly, I mean, I'm gonna go with Mary Morgan.
Oh wait. Okay. That's awesome because I was looking up pics of Roman millennia and I was like, nah, doing all this stuff. And you know what? I don't know if this changes your opinion, but if you got a pregnancy fetish, does this change? Does this change anything at all? I mean, I guess a lot of
No,
other women on this show are pregnant, but no, we're
I
still
do
going.
not have a pregnancy kink.
All right, fuck.
Yeah, but you know what? She does. She did get puffy. Look at the cheeks. She got puffy. She got puffy
She
syndrome.
is
Puffy
fatter.
pregnancy syndrome.
That
All
is really funny.
all
That
right.
was a
I
great
guess
reveal.
I had to put it in. All right. False to me. Not false to me, but uh, Mary Morgan is like mini machines, bro. She's pretty small, and she's I was looking at it. She's anti anime. She is
Oh,
really cute though. Fuck. Oh.
This I actually don't know who Mary Moore. You pulled a you pulled her out of a hat. That one
She's
little crack in my knowledge.
she's
Ebro
from the
knowledge.
Blaze. She's on Tim Pool's show.
Oh, I have not watched Tim Pool forever since he had
Well,
Scott
nobody
Greer on.
has
That's
watched
why.
Tim Pool.
Oh, true.
All right. I'm not into a pregnancy fetish, so I'll just throw this out. Oh wait, Gabe, does this matter to you at all? Are you a pregnancy guy?
If it's my pregnancy, but
Okay, yeah, okay. I'll just leave this on. I'll just put
I
this over and say
listen.
I'm going with the HAPA Kalergi
You're going with
plan.
Hoppa.
Yeah, she's
You're
got good vibes with the face. It's just yeah.
she's got look at her cheeks. Okay, go down. Look at her centrifuge. Look at her skull structure. She's got peasant stock. She's
Who?
got peasant physiognomy. That is a peasant woman right there.
This is
accurate.
All right.
Look at that. Look at zoom in the pool picture. This is the wife of the villager you just killed and burnt his farm down. That's what his wife is doing right now, looking at you.
Right,
Right?
those are the cutest ones.
Yes, exactly. Look at the tears. You imagine tears, smell of smoke, the blood of her husband on your hands. She knows the drill. She knows the drill. This is a peasant. Her
This is a
mother's been
peasant.
through this. This is peasant stock right here.
I only
Every
go for
girl in soap scum.
Is a peasant.
Every
This-
girl in soap scum comes from peasant stock.
This is peasant physiognomy, peasant skull structure.
All right.
Well, Lauren Chen comes from like a middle class Mandarin family in Shanghai, right? Happily sold gunpowder to the white man. This is a pure pragmatic, race mixed. I would say overall, I remember Roaming Millennial. I was a big fan of Roaming Millennial. I remember watching her episode on the Kalergi Plan live. Her father likes to grow watermelons and has cancer. I remember that fact as well, actually.
Okay.
Roman millennial, old school, and I don't know if this is my pod. I don't know if capitalismo has rubbed off on me.
This
I
is the
have to say,
capitalismo moment for sure.
you know what? I gotta do the captain's pick. The captain's pick. You
All
know,
right.
I'm with Roman too.
Wow.
Just big F's for Mary Morgan, and she wasn't known by Gabe, so it wasn't almost fair. But you know, Lauren Chen's
Listen, so
OG.
for Soap Scum 2, you got to have an Asian waifu as a protagonist if you want a good if you want a good review from Tookie's Mag.
Yeah.
That's
All
the
right.
only way.
I think we're gonna take our first commercial break, and Gabe, the first question on Sex and Lit is ass versus tits, which is better? And this was
Ooh,
inspired by the Tukey's Discord. They asked this, so ass versus tits.
ass versus right? Just the memeplex of the Discord itself. That
Yes.
is it's a very tough question, and you know Hans Hermann Hoppe would ask which was the more low time preference of these two, which one's more low time preference or high time preference. The ass, see, so the ass, it's in combination with the hips. If you look at a girl of an hourglass figure, right? So it's ass with alongside the hips. It's not just the if you're in Miami, if you've ever been to Miami, we all see the butt jobs. And the problem is the butt jobs, they don't actually alter their hip structure. They just add gelatinous fat to the butt cheeks themselves. So they're literally like torso down. They just look like the letter P, like straight legs and a P, being the fat. So the thing with ass versus tits here is that tits with ass, an ass is purely guttural. It is purely of a lower nature of humanity, right? You want to bust inside that thing, right? It's a yearning for something that's chthonic, right? It is, but with the tits, you have to raise your gaze up for the chthonic depths because you notice the ass is next to two things. The ass also is the anus, and in terms of the anus, and also the vagina. Saint Augustine talks about this, about where we come from, right?
What?
Between roles.
I didn't know
It's
that.
yes. You know, how disgusting women are. There's this wonderful quote from St. Augustine about, you know, we come from where the piss is and where the poop is, actually. If our, I'm actually I'm not even quoting here. I'm not even dogging here. But if you notice, out of the two holes, the anus is far more attractive than the vaginal hole. Right, because all assholes look mostly the same. Well, the vaginas come in different Cthulhu shapes in multiple ways. It's more Lovecraftian. There's this one. I was reading this book on Ottoman history by Mark David something, and there was this wonderful Turkish imam poet about comparing like the assholes of boys to flowers because it looks like a flower in a certain degrees, and you can kind of see that when you look at an asshole. So, but you look above these two holes, right? Between the two holes, you look upwards. You don't want to go and submerge yourself into something. You raise your gaze to the breasts, and with the breast, the body is projecting outward. It is about the stuff that comes out. Milk comes out of the breasts, out of the nipples. It is a fountain, right? There's something somewhat Faustian within the Apollonian frame of her body, right? You're not trying to submerge yourself in. You're trying to meld. You're trying to bond, almost pair bond in a way. Look at how you, in terms of sexuality, right? Say in terms of sexuality, because it also there's the mommy GF aspect of it, right? There's this wonderful, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful painting. I remember I was in Dublin. It's a Celtic warrior, and he's laying she's sitting on her knees, right? And he's using her knees as like a lap, as a pillow, right? You can smell the bush, you can feel the curls over a bush on the back of your neck when you're seeing this Celtic warrior, right? And you can imagine either you can have sex with breasts, but you can also suckle from the breast. You can imagine a long day. She takes her trad dress off, or just takes the boob off. You still want the trad dress because it's very comfy, right? And you could suckle from her breasts. But you can also have a Pazuri job with it. If you look at the good old classic hentais, if you remember the old hentais from back in the day, the hentai websites, you know, you could
Back in
honestly
Bible Black
apply
days, yeah.
pressure. No, no, you will not utter this. I had to veto Dave. Dave wanted to call one of our episodes blacked. I won't say which one. I had to veto that shit. No, but I remember
Pictosexuality.
and it's something in many ways. The tits makes your penis into the cock into a cathedral. Because if you notice what Spengler talks about the cathedral, in many ways it's almost like a gun
Is this
chamber, right?
Yarvian? This is the cathedral.
No, it's not Judaic analysis. This is Gothic analysis. When you
Mm.
look at when Spengler talks about a cathedral, if you remember what he says, is that the cathedral is an instrument. right? If you look, it's almost like a gun cast. It's almost like a drum. It's like an 808 drum, right? When people sing in the chorus, the sounds of their voices echo and echo. It's like a kinetic energy. It goes up. And what is the roof? The roof is representation of the sky. You're shouting to the sky father. You're trying to go up. It is a Faustian. It is a Faustian combustion. And what do you do when you get a tit job, right? You apply these forces of maternity, right? The breast is maternity. One of the most famous statues of Romulus and Remus is them suckling from the wolf's breasts. You're trying to go upwards. You're trying to go upwards, represented within the semen. The semen is shocked from the penis, from the pressures, from the instrument that is the breast, and upwards into a combustion, to a Faustian combustion. I would say overall, in terms of pleasure, but also a more dignified pleasure, and also things that's not only because you can have post-nut clarity. You can have sex with the tits as long as you don't come on the tits afterwards. You can then suckle from the tits as post-nut clarity, and you can take a nap on her lap. In terms of the mommy GF angle, I would have to say, in terms of a Spenglerian slash Hoppian Austrian economic output, I would have to say that tits are better than ass.
All right, tits are better than ass. What about you, Jesse?
I just want to say that's funny because in my notes, I wanted to ask you what Spangler said about big mommy milkers, but
Oh,
yeah, I mean,
Spengler is
We've already gone
Spengler's
there.
absolutely a tit guy.
Yeah.
Absolutely tit guy. Absolutely, he's a tit guy.
Man,
Russians are ass. They're ass guys. Germans are tit guys.
there's so much about what you just said that was amazing, and just like
It's a
kind of
good legal
beautiful,
argument.
actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like there's the whole yeah, the looking up almost like in prayer or like in worship or something. It's like if I, but if I'm low enough, I'm viewing the ass the exact same way.
If I'm right under it.
If I look, if I am on my knees underneath looking up, yeah, I have the exact same amount of religious reverence for the ass. And I've just always, okay, so my answer, I kind of want to tie it into some questions a little bit.
Okay.
Because I'm an ass man, but I really don't even give a shit, like how big or small the tits are. But when I was a kid, I cared about tits a lot. And I hear this like argument that at some point American culture got like psyoped by like black aesthetics or something, and
Yeah.
like through porn and stuff like that. So I was curious what your take on that was, and if I've just been basically psyoped like everybody else into liking ass more than tits, or if that was like a natural inclination of my own. It obviously it feels natural when you're just going through life, but and then you hear something like that and you go, oh fuck.
Well, can you give me an age range, like 2004? You don't have to give me your dox your age or anything, but give me like a relatively period.
Oh,
Like
I've already.
2004.
I am fully doxed myself. I'm 29. I probably in high school. Probably like you know. Yeah, I'd probably say early high school, like freshman year or something, 14, 15, which kind of makes sense as you're aging into that a bit. But like, yeah, it's like I hadn't really given a shit too much until around then.
Well, but here's the thing: where were you looking at? Because you're either looking at the asses around you, or asses on pop culture. This is when, of
Pop
course,
culture.
twerking iDubbbz, Nicki Minaj, the infamous Anaconda video, Kim K. All right, this is the notorious. The butt became a thing. Twerking and all these things became much more popular during the iDubbbz era, between 2013 to 2016, 2017. Right. Even Taylor Swift had twerking at her one videos.
Yeah,
So
it
I would
became a
say,
big phenomenon.
it was a big phenomenon. I would have to say, if you were stranded in an island, what would you want? Without the meat, if you were like taken away from any mimetics at all.
Uh just ass. I think I mean I don't know if you've read Soap Scum, but I definitely focus a lot on the ass.
Well, see, now you got my attention. I might. Dave is an ass guy, and you might have finally gotten a review request. But
Yeah. So we're
overall,
obviously. Oh, I'm sorry. Go, Gabe.
no, I was going to say with the tits. The reason why you mentioned it first as a tits, somewhat Freudian, but it's the first sexual organ you notice. You're not really looking at people's butts as a kid, but when you're talking to a girl or talking to a teacher, you're eventually going to see that neckline. You're going to notice the tits.
So
So
true.
it was like when all kids claim to see fairies in their grandparents' garden, but then it disappear when you get older. I think it's very much the same with you. You're appreciating the kids as a child. That is a piece of a certain childhood wonder. Like Nietzsche talks about this in terms of, we must learn how to play as children once again. Some people retain that inner joyfulness, the inner joyful to say yes to life. The great men of great heights laugh at all tragedies, be they real or fiction. And I just think you don't have that inner laugh again. You become debased by the natural proclivities. And I would like to add, just as a side note, with the breast, you're not worshiping the woman when you get a tit job. It's in praise of the penis. She's applying it to the rocket. The
That's
structure of the
true.
penis
That's
is
true.
being praised. When you're having anal sex or vaginal sex, you're trying to plunge your manhood into it. You're being swallowed up by her. But when she is in pursuing mode, when she's on her knees or on the bed, she is applying her pressure. She's trying to support her man. She is trying to do her due diligence to raise into the masculine combustion of the masculine. This is a masculine thing. The penis is being worshipped in many ways. The penis is being strengthened by the breasts. They're working in unison. Like in terms of combustors on a spaceship. The boobs are the combustors. They're the buster rockets that let the spaceship go into liftoff. Right?
Bust the
That's what the
milk.
boobs are. Bust the milk. So just a little theological, just a little nitpick there. But other than that, I would definitely say I think that's a piece of your childhood that you need to learn. You have some fairy circles, man. You
gotta bring the magic
gotta
back.
try to get back. You got magic it back, dude. You got magic it back.
Damn, man, I'm just a a scared little boy on the inside.
You're an ancient Giga Chad. You're an ancient Giga Chad. You get in touch with your inner Zoomer Soy Jack.
So, if it wasn't obvious, Subversive Subversions is now officially the most psyoped podcast. I'm an ass guy. If you read Hatred, I think it was pretty obvious.
True.
So
True. I would like that Korean cannibal brothel.
hell yeah, dude. Yeah. With she had the giant milkers or whatever. I think they all have giant milkers. Yeah.
Dude, yeah, and Frankie's tits are just so stupid big.
Yeah. Because I had to put in the Kazarian milkers meme, but obviously my ass thing comes in when I gave her ass piercings. So I was like, oh yeah, that's so hot. But yeah. Anyways, obviously, Subversive Subversions is an ass podcast, but actually I don't know about Tuki's bag. Are you guys? Because Dave, I guess, is an ass man, but maybe Capitalismo's a titty guy. Are you guys the titty guys?
We are split. We are split. I would say Cap. We hadn't talked about this for obvious reasons, but I would say overall, if I had to guess, I would say Dave. He appreciates the titty. I think both of them appreciate the titty, but I would say David appreciates the titty more. Overall, leans on the ass guy. Well, here's the thing: Capitalismo is a weeb, right?
Okay.
So unless he's got some weird. Yeah, both of them are wife guys. But unless he hit the genetic jackpot and got like a hippo-assed Asian girl, I would overall have to say, most likely Cap leans towards the breast alongside me.
Yeah. So if you want the what is it, lowbrow subversive subversions, if you want the highbrow literary crit, you got to go to Tuki's bag. They're the tick guys.
We Tuki's titties.
Tuki's titties.
Tugging on those titties.
But yeah,
I'm here for the gooning.
Oh, here for the gooning. So okay, who's it? Maybe I gotta okay, that was Gabe. Let me just put it so I can remember. Gabe. And then this was Jesse. And then this was King. And then we could just keep going. So, blah. Yeah, alright, I'm next. Cool. And then, I'll just have one notifier, and then these can all go away. And then we'll just have the other ones so that I can remember which is which. Alright, so, going on for me, I mean, I don't even know if Dana Lois should be here. I mean, she's fine. I don't even really know anything. I just know she likes guns. She's the gun girl. Melanie, famously not pro Gooner gate. She She wants entertainment without titties, I guess, or whatever. But she's got the tats, and I like the tats. She's got the goth aesthetic. She used to listen to Bring Me the Horizon, but then stopped. But I still listen to Bring Me the Horizon. So I got
Wait,
to
could
go
you
with the
explain?
yeah.
Could you explain the thing about entertainment with no tits, or what does that mean?
Oh, she was in this whole thing where she was like, "Oh, I'm Christian and I don't want freaking boobs in video games anymore," because it was like this whole thing. It was like the first Descendant and
Okay.
shit, and there was like,
Yeah, Razor Fist got tangled up in that, right?
yeah, it's sad, bro, because like I used to be such a big Razor Fist fan, but like
Me too.
now, like I just realized all of my artistic like views are like the opposite of this. So it's just like, yeah. Um, yeah, they got into this whole thing, and Razor Fist got caught up in it, and he was like, "Oh, we gotta have entertainment that's like not about the sexy bitches and all this shit." And my whole thing about that, which I don't know, I disagree with so much, is that it's so obvious to me right now that there's an obvious like a dearth of sexiness in like the mainstream video game, and I feel like that's something you have to attack, right? Like now, and it just has to be there. And
I mean, it's our Franz Ferdinand moment.
yeah,
I made this day. I'm known for his hot take that I made with Dave. It's in many ways, GamerGate was far more important than 9/11 in fundamental ways.
it was.
9/11 happened, and we got Barack Hussein Obama as president. GamerGate happened, and we got Kanye West singing "Hail Hitler." Right?
Yo,
I mean,
banger song.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. I'm the villain. The cuck stuff, maybe not big fan of the cuck stuff.
Yeah, yeah, not a big fan of the cock stuff.
Not a big fan of the cuck stuff. Right? But no, the whole point is you took our women away from us. In return, we will have an incel uprising. The white man was awakened to his natural birthrights again after Gamergate. Not
Yeah.
like not so with 9/11. And the difference between Melanie and Mac, because the thing is, they are grifters. There are right wing grifters. There are like the normie cons.
Let's be
Oh,
honest,
they
all
want
of
it's
these
a
bitches are grifters. Like, there's all
yeah,
grifters.
except my waifus. My
Yeah,
waifus are
yeah, your
innocent and
wife is.
pure.
Sure.
My waifus are pure, innocent virgins that will love me no matter what.
We're
But
gonna knock them all out.
Yeah.
no, I'm retaining my veto. Retaining my veto. But
They're going down, dude.
with the grifters, they're just appealing to the normie cons. They're appealing to normie sensibilities. Like right now, Christianity, like normie Christianity, is bleeding into the right a lot.
Yeah.
I would say because like remember Ethan Van Sciver
Yeah.
in Comicsgate, like those people are like circling the drain a little bit. So I think that's part of it. I mean, forgot she has a Laura Croft statue in the background, dude. Come on.
It makes no sense. She's like, oh, but Laura Croft isn't sexualized. Like, bro, what are you talking
what the
about?
fuck?
You're insane at this point.
And let's be honest. Like, listen, this is a lot of ways coughing baby versus nuke. I think it's clear as day. But these both women are probably the same age. Like Melanie
Yeah.
Mack is old.
She's like 40.
She is fucking
Really?
ancient.
Yeah.
She is ancient.
No shit. You can't tell. I mean, I couldn't really tell from those pictures. I mean, holy shit.
Well,
Yeah.
she as a goth, she is like drenched in makeup.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
And yeah, also if I would like to add, like there is a point where like boobs aren't like the whole point of video games. Like everybody loves The Last of Us when it first came out, and there was no like big titty bitches. Nobody cared, right? So it's like that's not necessarily the problem that you need big titty bitches, but like when it's like taken away, like there's none of it left. I think that's like the real problem, and I think like people hate on it, but like, yo, Bianca Sensori, bro, that shit is tight.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
the
because
future of aesthetics.
But here's the thing. When they think of big titty things, the few games that get made with it's all like Stellar Blade. Like Stellar Blade, it's nothing but. I hear the gameplay's actually not that bad for for like a third-person action or whatever, right? But it becomes the selling point and the main thing. It's a Gooner game.
And
You don't want to get hit with the Gooner game thing, right? Because Gooner games, even back in the day in 2014, Gooner games were a niche and they attracted very. We all see the on 4chan threads, like the kind of people that go to a porn convention.
Yeah.
Like where do you think the Coomer came from? Right? You know what I mean? Old heads remember before there was Gooners, there was Coomers.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I would have to say, in terms of these two, I have no idea who Danielle Loesch is. right? But here's
She's
the
like
thing:
some Fox
Melanie
News.
Mack, fundamentally a gold digger. She will do anything for money. She
Yeah.
has liquor. She has a sleeve. She's doing it for the grift. Daniel Loesch would never do anal, and again, only give you a blowjob on your birthdays. With Melanie Mack, as long as you secured a bag for her, she'll do whatever you want. She will do whatever you want in terms of sex.
Someone needs to
Absolutely.
do it so
You
that
just
she will
got, you know,
reverse her stance of Goonergate. Someone needs to do it.
exactly. She just has no virtues. She has no virtues. She's a much more if Lauren Southern is a golden retriever, she's a black lab. It's still the same brain, basically.
So, is your pick? What's your pick, Gabe?
Oh, Melanie Mack, easy.
Okay. Jesse, do you have anything to comment on Dana Loesch or Melanie Mack?
Yeah, I don't know either of them, but
Okay.
I immediately I got so much just based on these images, just looking right at them, I immediately understood their personality. It feels like, and I'm definitely going with Melanie Mack
Well,
on that
listen,
one.
before we gotta zoom in at least. We gotta do a zoom in on the ass. We got ass inspection. Yeah, there's nothing there. There's nothing.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, what do you?
I try to give her benefit of the doubt. All right.
All right. Oh, all right,
Oh,
Gabe.
goodness
Yo, Gabe, you get. This is the porn star
Okay.
trio. Let's go, Gabe. What are your initial thoughts?
No, you give me the actual porn star.
Oh, this is gonna be hard.
I have a reputation.
You have a reputation. No, you don't. What the fuck are you talking about?
I run a
Jeez.
prestigious literary podcast, dude. Okay. I'm not supposed to know who any of these people are. Okay.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so imagine
Listen.
you seeing these women for the first time. What's your initial impression?
Well, actually, I remember me and a certain I won't tell you which co-host it was. But me and a co-host, I never got the Sasha Grey thing. If you go to like on the adult gift board, like there's always, or HC, there's always like a Sasha Grey best hits. It always hits triple digits. It's one of the most popular boards or threads on there. Or it's the Sasha Grey threads, and I'm like, I don't really I remember Daniel Tosh. Remember Tosh.0?
Mm-hmm.
Like they played a video of her licking the toilet seat. And, and like I know Sasha, like we all know, and also that butt jiggle gif where she's wearing like the black and red panties and the girl slaps it and it jiggles. For a girl with a petite butt, it's a very nice butt in terms of petiteness. I never really understood Sasha Grey, but then the unnamed co-host was like, you know what? She was very much the slutty girl, and like she had a very aura about her. And remember, she was on Entourage. She actually wasn't one of the HBO bitches. She got to HBO, had a great bush. And like, and she's a slut, but she reads Dostoevsky. She's actually very smart and very intelligent. I like her, and her eyebrows are very hot. I do like that eyebrow. I really like her eyebrows in this. But I will have to say, and the thing is, my generation is Eva Lovia. Eva Lovia is a classic. Very cute, very bubbly. She became conservative. I remember, you know who she did a podcast with that I remember vividly, oddly enough?
Who?
Is actually with James fucking Lindsay of the woke right fame.
I've heard of
So
James Lindsay. I don't know who he is though. I just knew she did a podcast with Alex Jones and Tucker Carlson.
Alex Jones.
No shit. Wow.
Yeah.
The thing is, she is just a normie libertarian. She is a 100%. She was the reason why she was conservative in the porn industry. She wants to. I want to keep more of my paycheck. Same thing with Brandy Love. Eva Lovia, in terms of physical, she has beautiful freckles. Beautiful freckles, great smile. Yeah, okay, this is one of the things where selective breeding between two races produce an absolutely amazing creature. I'd say. Right now, but Sasha Grey aged very well. She's on Twitch right now. Sasha Grey's aged beautifully for a woman that's post-wall, and she's like, there's something very much like zesty about Sasha Grey, like this idea of an intellectual, a woman who can think, a woman you can talk to. Well, Eva Levia, she's just brain in the burbs, brain in the suburbs, that kind of
Yeah,
thing.
Sasha's like the Dasha of porn stars, I guess.
She's Dasha with a normal shaped skull and a better ass.
That's so right on.
Like
Right,
if Sasha Grey was born like maybe 10 years later, she would have been a great Red Scare podcast, Dime Square Woman.
They're both cinephiles. They're both actresses, like legitimate ones, and yeah, like that all checks out.
In terms of Brandy Love is not even in the running for me. I trashy.
Same.
Brandy Love is too damn trashy. Do I go Hoppa again or do I do Sasha? I am a fan. I don't know. I won't say which content of Eva Lovia's or Candace. What's her name? She's
Yeah.
married to a Jewish person, I think.
Fuck.
Cocked by Ben again. Cocked by Shapiro again.
Fucking Ivanka.
Another one
wait,
swiped by
is-
Shapiro.
Wait, is Lauren Chen married to a Jew or a white guy?
Lauren, good question. Most likely a white guy.
Okay.
Get up!
You what? This is cringe. I'm gonna need you here. What do you think, Sasha or Eva?
Fuck. I was gonna say something, but I blanked out on what I was gonna say between the two. I'll just say for me personally, oh yeah, now I remember what I was gonna say. I have no idea who the fuck Candace, whoever this shit is. I just know this. I've gooned to this a million times. I'm going this.
Yeah.
This baby right here. All about this. Yeah, that's my pick.
Dude, Lovia has a great bush. Her bush game and when the tan lines, from reference, not from me. Gabe does not have a gooner past.
You're jumping to
Okay.
one of my other questions.
But yeah, her tan lines are great, and her bush is magnificent. Sasha has. The thing is, I kind of want to be psychologically tortured by my woman, right? Sasha Grey will play into
Yes.
my Madonna whore complex. You know, the dirty talk, the foreplay. Sasha will torture me psychologically in a certain sense.
All right.
You know, I'll
Jesse.
have to. I don't have to bring my whip with Eva, but I would have to with Sasha Grey. She would rebel against me, and I would like that.
Yeah, beautiful. Well put.
Jesse, you're not into Brandy, right?
No,
Okay, yeah,
what's up
we're
with
just
EP
killing.
USA's?
Oh,
Favorite
she was invited to CPAC at one point.
And she got banned because she there were like
What the fuck?
17-year-olds there or something. So she got banned from like
Oh,
appearing at a
shit.
conference.
So who
I
are
was
you
gonna
picking?
say, like, was she on a pod or something, like on like fucking Charlie Kirk's show or
I
something?
think so.
I think
Maybe.
Charlie Perk did talk to her. I think so.
Yeah.
That's crazy. All right.
She got kirked.
She got Charlie Shit-Piero'd.
Shapiro.
Oh man. I'm going with oh man. I'm going with Ava.
Ooh.
Done.
I just think, just wait, her features are so bubbly and, fucking juicy, dude. They're fucking crazy.
Bubbly in more ways than one.
This is
Yeah, dude,
This is
and-
boomer death, bro. This is the boomer. This is the boomer slut just dying.
Well, I would just like to say about Sasha though that yeah, dude, she is cool as fuck. She makes like really mean faces when she's getting fucked out. It's pretty
It's
cool.
so hot. It's so
Yeah.
hot.
I love her gangbang scenes. She's in one of my favorite Soderbergh movies, The Girlfriend Experience. Like she's just cool. So, I respect her, but as far as this competition goes, into the fucking dumpster.
Yeah.
You know what? You know
Nice.
what? That wingtip is doming me. I'm gonna have to pull my cock block. I'm pulling out the cock block for this.
Oh shit! Wait, you're going for Sasha Grey?
I'm doing for Sasha Grey.
Oh,
I'm
fuck.
cock blocking this. The
Oh.
white man has to win. I'm sorry.
The white man
I'm
has
sorry.
to win. Oh fuck!
Did my argument somehow save her life? What just happened here?
Okay, so we got no more cock blocks. All right. Wait, did I put Eva? Where is she?
Down to pure reason.
Big F.
Listen. She could touch my notes from underground anytime. All right. Dostoevsky saved her. All right.
All right.
She can
Oh,
cradle
dude.
my copy.
Out of nowhere, from death. That was insane. Yo.
That's
was crazy.
crazy.
All
You know
right.
what? I'm gonna say that I did that. That was my my convincing nature.
No, I saw that wingtip. I saw the wingtip he was putting in the trash, and I'm sorry. I get that look, that hair. Like you're too good at picking out pictures. You're too.
That
good.
came out of nowhere.
It's the
You are
aesthetics.
great at picking these pictures.
Dude, she psychologically dominated me. Those eyes sent it to me. Do it, Gabe. Do
This
it,
is-
my little Gabe toy.
He got
That's
sipped.
exactly what happened.
Dude, the sipped. He got sipped into.
She wants to win, dude.
She wants to
I
win.
got domed by Gray.
By an image.
All right.
Okay, this isn't fair.
Uh,
Why
I
am
mean,
I?
it could be. It could be.
You fucking kidding me?
Listen, I hate to admit it, but you know for a fact the doll gives better head. I'm sorry. It's just
Oh, thank you for being the one to say it, Gabe.
it's the truth.
Holy shit. Okay.
Oh, man.
Okay, first off, both of these should be disqualified. Right out of the gate.
I don't
they
think
should
they're
both
gonna
be
last, but they had to be in here.
You know,
I-
we should have an opposite of a cock block. If 2 or more members, it's like the true shell retain block.
Retain block.
Retain block. We refuse to choose.
We refuse to choose.
Oh my
Should we
God.
just throw
Candace
both of them
Owens-
out right now? Let's just say, no, fuck this.
Listen, Candace Owens is a proud black woman. She ain't touching your dick with her mouth. You know for a fact that tongue is not going on your dick.
Yeah.
Look. The only thing I could possibly say about fucking, is that like she's into conspiracy theories. She tries to dig up, cool shit sometimes. But do I gotta say it?
She's a little bit of a black Tommy Lauren, I'd say.
Yeah.
In
More
attitude.
based, but more based. It's the, you know what? I'll take a bullet. I am a MAGA conservative. I believe in the founding fathers' vision of a colorblind America.
Yeah.
The founding father, of course, being MLK, a latecomer founding father. I'll take the bullet. I'm going with Owens. I have to.
Okay.
I mean, Hitler shook her great daddy hand. Jesse
is that
Owens.
true?
Yeah.
All right, I'll pick her.
All right. I mean, it was doomed from the start. I was gonna pariah the dude. If anybody was gonna go, I was gonna be like, "Are you gay? Are you gay?" But I think we
Hey,
all
listen,
agree.
I don't want Milo sloppy seconds. All right.
Yeah.
Oh my
It's just
God.
Milo's just turning him into a guy to become really gay, like actually gay. Anyways, he's a dude now. He can live. He can
Honestly, I should have saved my cock block for this. At this moment, I should have saved.
Wait, we gotta talk about the lore real quick.
Oh, okay.
The lore. What's the
Yeah,
lore?
he got into what was it, Man's World?
Man's World. Yes.
yeah.
This is. Oh, the day of the long knives for Twitter. Yeah.
Do you want to explain that, Gabe?
If I remember, listen. Okay, you know what? We're 30 minutes in. From my apparent, it was a psyop. Apparently, put the picture inside the Man's World magazine or something like that. Because Zero HP claims that did, right? Because it was in control of Man's World magazine. If you have the second issue of Man's World, they even make the gay zone experience or something like that. They call it gay in the second issue, and the only truth here is you, the reader. That they put a little spoof mocking the controversy. So yeah, Zero HP claims the one who put the Troon in there without Raw Egg's knowledge. And I generally don't think Raw Egg knew. I like Raw Egg, and sincerely, I have no idea why he would ever willingly put a Troon inside the magazine.
You passed.
I just
Pariah
think she's one
passed.
of these weird. Yeah, she passed. She just looks like your typical New York like cocaine chic woman in that particular picture. You can't really tell in that particular picture.
Yeah, Lomez called it an unfortunate oversight.
It's like look, that's cocaine chic. It's cocaine chic right there.
What have you done to us, Curtis? How could you do this to Man's World?
How can you do this to Dark Elves?
Okay, I'm glad we got that out of the way.
Yeah. For all of
At
us
least we
who
got
didn't-
diversity. We got diversity here.
We got
Alright?
diversity. You can't call us racist. You can't call us racist.
Yeah.
All
Oh,
right.
the Jewish au pairs!
Here we go.
No!
We're here.
Oh wait, hold it. I think this is a good time for a commercial break. So we're gonna get to this, but sex and right-wing art. So, Gabe, do you think there are boundaries? Should there be boundaries in right-wing art in terms of sex? Like, what do you think it is?
You know what? Mommy of the show, auntie. She's not a mommy. She's an auntie. Auntie of the show to me, and both brother of Tookie's Mag, Adam Lou's Rhine Specs, is of course Camille Paglia. And Camille Paglia quotes someone I don't care to remember his name, but I remember her name. Is art brings forth two things. It brings up blasphemy and it brings up pornography. The theater innately brings these two things into the culture. Art is intrinsically tied into the idea of mimetics and counter mimetics. It's a pathogen both for good and for ill. Can there be a right wing like sex? Is Anora a right wing film? Pussy drip 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 chocolate. Pussy so sweet 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 chocolate. Is that movie right wing? Right. If we'll remember that that infamous GIF. Is Anora a right wing film? Sex is part of experience. If you look at, for example, if you read Ovid's Art of Love, right? If you famous poet Ovid, right? Beautiful, the metamorphosis. We got the metamorphosis from the man, but he also teaches you how to fuck a girl with stretch marks in the ancient Roman Empire, right? If you don't like her stretch marks, just flip her over into doggy. That's what he says. The proud Roman poet of and he also, there's rumors that Ovid actually stole Augustus's daughter because he was banished from Rome after that. And yet again, poetry and the art is always the potentiality of degeneracy is always there. It is always there within the arts. Can you be if it there's this one quote from Lomez in his interview about this, is as long as it's funny, as long as it's vitalist, as long as it's affirmative. Because in Nora it's a tragedy. It's like Notes of Underground, right? Yes, horrors are a part of the culture. Saint Augustine, and Aquinas are they're pro sex work. Augustine and Aquinas are pro sex work. They're pro brothels. It's a necessary sanitary thing. They view it almost as sewage pumps. And of course, Napoleon, lost his virginity to a courtesan. He lost his virginity to a prostitute. Actually, his love letters are so spurgy when he's recounting how to get a prostitute in his early career years when he was a teenager. Napoleon lost his virginity at 17, if I recall correctly. So, I'd say overall, if it's part of a life affirming, if it's part of the sun, right? What does Napoleon say? I would worship, if I had to worship anything, it would be the sun, for it is the source of all life. If it's affirmative, it is pro-masculine. If it's not debasement. I like to kiss statues. I posted a picture of a marble statue of a great ass in the Museum of Chicago a long time ago. And, and I think it was Vegas. And everyone agreed with my kissing the Twitter thing then, kissing the statues then, of course. I would say if the sexual aspect of it is in service of something that is vital, that is something that is internal, if it's something Bowden will make a speech about, I would say yes. I would say as long as there's a sense of the affirmation of the masculine spirit.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, obviously, read my work. Just as long as kids are involved, whatever, bro.
Yeah, listen. It would be if Honor Levy were to sit in my face, that is affirmation of the
Very
Apollonian
cool.
spirit.
Very cool.
If Laura Loomer were to sit in my face, that'd be degrading to my masculine spirit.
There's a difference here.
Oh, just any thoughts on sex and literature or right wing literature?
I mean, well, I wrote a super horny book,
Yeah.
so I think that sex and art are fundamentally supposed to be entwined with each other. I mean, since like since the birth of art, I feel like all the historical touch points that Gabe made just felt very spot on. And
or how about our modern day Ovid, Nutcracker, right? Because it's Nutcracker, right? It's not just it isn't like that game I just mentioned. So it's not Stellar Blade or whatever that game was. And yes, her piglet knockers or her piglet porkers peeking out of her dress are a part of it. But it's like medically, Sydney Sweeney's succulent swing set smackers are good, but when her succulent swing set smackers are killing the clone of Jesus Christ in a Christian horror film and it's only pro-Satanist, that is degrading of the sexual spirit. With Nutcracker,
Mm.
when the woman is used to appraise Spencer and the service of Spencer's genius, and he uses it as a stepping stone, he steps on the tits to achieve inner glory, right? A series of woman's tits are just bouncy stepstones to internal glory of the self. That's the
Are you
difference.
are you interested in consuming art that is fundamentally like evil, or like, yeah, like takes those elements and doesn't make them um transcendent or something?
I would say a very much few. And I don't believe in mass literacy. An elite vanguard, an aristocrat of the
Mm.
soul, they can handle it. Evola says the same thing about drugs. Very few men can properly not get one-shotted by an ayahuasca demon. Evola can handle an ayahuasca demon. If you give him ayahuasca, Evola would have a good time. If you give it to a normie, they just turn to like a leftist hero, right? They get one-shotted and they turn to a schizo. You have I'd say for a man of taste, a man of virtue, they can go into the depths of the underworld and come out of it alive. I'd say so.
Yeah, I would agree with that completely. There's like, because I've really read some fucking deranged shit, and it took me a couple days to really kind of get out of some dark mindset or some dark place and kind of return to the world or whatever. And so, and then, every time you do that, it definitely makes you question your willingness to go into the depths of darkness or whatever.
Right. Yeah. So I'd say it's the ayahuasca thing. You can very easily get one-shotted by a darker natures. You have to have something darker within your own soul to. Nietzsche talks about this. The monster. The monster between Laura Loomer's cooch can kill almost any man. I don't know any look at the right picture. Come on, guy.
Yeah.
Where's Mike Ma? Mike Ma has been swallowed inside her vagina. He's gone. No one's
He's
heard Mike Ma
gone.
stop violence.
We can't
Yeah,
get
what
this
is
book
going
up to
on?
gothic violence.
Come on, Goy, eat that pussy, get that clitoris. You can see her shaking her hands with her legs spread, right, with her ratchet ass cooch.
Yeah. Oh man. Let me see. So I'm gonna be real, bro. Like, cause I'm probably gonna get outvoted on this, but there's something about Laura Loomer. I don't know. Maybe it's just the short
Oh,
hair.
get the fuck out of here!
You are gonna get outvoted.
Yeah, I'm gonna get outvoted. I don't know. Like,
Wait,
Is
King.
I
is
never
there
read.
any Jewish is there any Jewish au pairs in Soap Scum?
You could imagine that maybe a couple of them are in some ways. Maybe they, because the archetype of that face, it's so soft and just like it's just a little doughy, but it's so innocent. That's basically the through line of faces in Soap Scum, and honestly, probably all my fucking writing, because that's just the touch, honestly. So
Yeah, are you
All right,
doing what J.K.
Gabe.
Rowling did? In order to appeal to the gays, she retroactively retconned Dumbledore's gay. In order to get
no,
a
I'm
you're
no,
retconning
I'm
for the
just
gay audience.
no, I'm just like because sometimes I don't go too descriptive. I just kind of give like hints of description, but I know what these girls look like in my head, so maybe this is a way for me to be like, hey, in case you're wondering, because I write what makes me horny or whatever, and like what I am attracted to. So you could imagine the girls as Otter Levy if you want. I don't care.
All right, Gabe.
I will now buy your book. But
This is your moment, Gabe. You gotta soliloquy. You gotta take us home, bro.
honor levy. I'm kneeling for my honor. I'm tugging for my honor. So, if to the evil witch of Laura Loomer she was always a locale. I remember when she dressed up as like Billy from Saw and tied and like handcuffed herself to the Twitter offices.
Yeah, I remember what you.
And she wore a
You're
bow
telling the
tie and
Twitter
everything.
office.
Yeah,
She's unhinged, bro.
yeah. She's great. She was very funny, and she's the advisor to the president. But like you said, like I said earlier, like Mike Mall was killed by her evil like cauldron between her legs. She's he got destroyed by the witch's brew, dude. Right? But with honor, if you notice, there's if you look at the picture on the left, there are some similarities with the peasant physiognomy. right? But there is something that enhances the skull structure. It's the cheeks. The cheeks and the chin. She has a very strong look at the curvature of her chin and the jawline. Yes, and the lips, the eyebrows. The eyes are something of the yeoman. It's not a present. It's not a peasant. It's a yeoman. It is a man of the earth. It is that of the Junker class, right? But the aristocrat eyebrows, the lips. Look at the little pointiness of the lips. The nose, yeah, that's your Jujea. It's a little bit too wide, right? But the beautiful chin slightly striking out. The hair is very noble, very Habsburg. I love the parting of the hair. Right, and if you notice something about her, she stares into the camera completely unfazed. Unfazed, and
Yes.
she is a natural. She knows, as a nobleman, every aristocratic noble knows you are a thing to be seen. Right, from a purely Hobbesian standpoint, the aristocrat of the three estates, the estate that is always watched more than anyone else is the aristocratic class, either by your fellow aristocrats or that of the peasants looking above you towards guidance and towards spiritual values. When you look at this woman, you want to be a good person. You would like to go down upon her. It would be a privilege to eat her pussy.
She is the wife. She is the
It,
wife mode, right?
she is, and she has a great personality. If you watch her interview in with Catherine D, or stand-in for Catherine D, the computer room, she's so bubbly and like schizo. She's a vintage Tumblr e-girl because they always talk so fast and schizophrenic, and like it bounce between a topic. Oh, there's this one girl who was like a Trump voter. She broke her own car, and then we had some actual Nazis. But then we all read Mark Fisher, right? And then we listened to some Nightcore, right? She's very schizo and bubbly, and she's like a female version of me, right? In many ways, just except more. Actually, she's probably hairier than me, and her feet are way bigger. She's got hobbit feet. Like, there's a picture of her on a couch, and she's wearing a hoodie. Like, there's a reason why you don't see her feet here. You barely see. Look, it's bulging out. You will
Yep.
realize why Chinese mandarins bound their women's feet at an early age. Honor Levy, her as an infant child should have had her feet bound. All right,
She should have been born in Nanking.
Yeah.
Would have been for the best.
It's like a fairy tale. Like, she was cursed as a beautiful woman, but she has feet of a hobbit. That's her fairy tale curse. She has feet of a hobbit. But with Levy, she would be bubbly. She would be a great mom overall. Very, maybe a little bit of a Ruvu chic mother. And she would constantly have breakdowns of bipolar and cry in the bathtub with Bubbles and Nightcore of Disturbia by Rihanna. It's a city of wonder, right? But overall, you understand her. She understands you, right? She loves you like a dog. You can listen to Alex G's Sarah together, man, and cry in each other's arms, right?
Bro.
Yeah.
You're describing the perfect night.
Yes, you get some Delta 8 gummies and you cry listening, you watching the ABBA video "Take a Chance on Me." I want to cry watching High on Fuck on Omega Delta 8 gummies, staring at "Take a Chance on Me" by ABBA. Right, not Dancing Queen. No, "Take a Chance on Me."
Of course.
If you change your mind on a Friday night, take a chance on me. It's a woman desperately in love to take a chance just for this one night of true love and happiness, right? I want to cry together with Honor Levy.
Very romantic.
And you see, that's the Jewish au pair. The Jewish au pair. There's something so you're not supposed to have sex with your mother's you're not your mother's. You're not supposed to have sex with your wife's babysitter. But the fact that she is Jewish, the fact that she is an au pair, the fact that the innocence of her nobility, it would be dishonorable not to have sex with her. Right, in some profound amount of ways, to have sex with her.
Yeah,
yes, it would improve your marriage. It would improve your marriage. If every man had a Jewish au pair mistress, divorces would go down like that. He would be able to understand women better.
Yeah.
Tony Soprano knew this.
Yeah, exactly. He knew this. He knew this.
So
she's the kind of girl that you.
Oh yeah. All right, go Jesse.
Sorry, King.
No,
I was just gonna say she's the kind of girl you sit on a stool and wash her feet.
Yes, I would wash her hairy hobbit feet
with a rag and a bucket of water.
With my tongue, no.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, tongue. That too. Shit.
No, that's the curse. You have to lick her feet. You have to lick the only ugly part of her body, which is his feet.
Oh, what a curse!
Or is it a blessing?
Oh God, it's like I fucking died and went to heaven. Oh fuck.
But dude, there's a reason why my Jewish au pair, my meme of this, where this comes from, the Jewish au pair,
Yes.
it blew up.
We were gonna talk about this. The
meme,
Jewish au pair meme, fucking goated, bro.
Yes, dude, that part of the meme has more views than all of our videos ever. I got
Yeah,
That's amazing.
you really hit on something. Like you got it.
The
You probably
archetype
sold
of
more
every-
books of my first book for Honor Levy with that meme than anything else she's done.
Probably.
I tweeted that. That's basically true. I am Honor Levy's best agent.
You are. Yeah, so I think it's confirmed, Honor Levy. We're just moving on.
Yeah, that was a no, no competition one.
That was no brainer. Oh, come on, really?
Yeah.
Well,
Gabe,
This is your friend.
explain yourself.
explain myself. Listen, we're just friends. We're just
just
colleagues.
friends.
We're colleagues. I hosted some Twitter Spaces for Mommy Haywire. She actually has an art event with Geo in New York, and either today or tomorrow, actually, for May. And she's a scene queen. She's a scene queen, not an art hoe. She's a secret third thing. She was vaguely NRX. She wrote a book on Neo Reaction all the way back in 2014, 2016. Something, excuse me, something like that. And she is one of these early, dare I say, during the alt-right era where there was a lot of hipsters like Walt Bismarck, how he is today. More the richer Hananiacs kind of, except way less annoying. And she is her own woman. She is her own woman in many ways. And the problem is with her is that everything is on the table, but deeply, deeply, deeply not pro-social. Pro-social to the point of that it's a pinnacular point of her personality. It's that she is antisocial.
Mm-hmm.
Right? A very combative personality, very strong views.
Oh,
right?
okay.
For good and for ill. But if you manage to tame that beast, Michael Anisimov, the guy with the Idaho ethnostate, once rode that beast and that beast bucked him. If you can get on that beast and not be bucked, and it can handle all that weird shit she's into, you can listen to all this weird experimental industrial rock music, not industrial, like post-industrial, all this niche like metal band she's into, you'll have a good time with her.
All
Like
right.
maybe she's not like a trad wife. She's not gonna give you like a total fertility rate. She doesn't care about fertility. She cares about culture. She cares about the theater of what's it called? Arthur Artois concept, the theater of torture, not theater of torture. I know that theory. Whatever. The whole point is she's cruelty. There you go. Thank you.
Yeah.
A fellow theory self. There we go.
Mhm.
You paid attention in theater class. You're a theater kid. There we go.
Yeah, they've been re-releasing some of his works in these gigantic, like really beautiful leather-bound like hardcovers, and they seem so attractive to me, but I haven't bought one yet.
Yeah, it's very Marinetti. If you remember, I was reading that essay. It's like the audience in a real life theater. The difference between that and a movie is that the audience is like peeping toms. There's a sense of intimacy.
Yeah, the element of voyeurism.
Yeah, the voyeurism is stripped away in movies. It's safe.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Yeah, he's almost his rhetoric is almost futuristic. It's very like Marinetti in a lot of ways. But the point is, overall, I'd say I would like to have anal sex with Haywire at least once, respectively as friends, as mutuals, respectively.
Just casual, just casual
friends.
anal. That's all.
Just a playful peck on the anal rose. That is it. a playful peck.
Just an anal kiss with my dick.
This
that's
may
all.
be like I may have what is it? Workplace conflict? Is that what it's called? I forget what it's called. Conflict of interest. You can't fuck your boss.
That's true. That is true. I think it's Adam knows Blasey. I think Blasey was at the new ritual party,
and they did a video together where he filmed them going to get coffee and reviewing it, like Jerry Seinfeld.
yeah, like e-girls getting coffee.
Yeah.
You know what? But here's the thing. Here's for a fact. Blazy, if you notice, certain skull structures preview a woman's sexual like peripheries of where she's gonna go to. Like this is like she looks like Blazy looks like she's about to like fight the Incredible Hulk. She looks like the Netflix casting of the you know what I mean with that forehead.
She's the right wing Zendaya.
Yes, exactly. She's a brown version of the leader with that forehead. You can lay your dick across her forehead and not even reach her nose. Your dick would not even reach her nose; it would reach her eyebrows. That's how big this bitch's forehead is. I don't even mean that as like a negative. It's just a factual. It's just a eugenicist. Like she has a very unique skull structure.
They're Peter Ricci head.
Yeah, she's like an Aztec version of Stonehenge in terms of skull structure. And and also she doesn't even do Haywire. You notice girls with narrow skulls. You never see a girl with a round head eat ass. A girl with a round head would never eat your ass. And Rachel would eat your ass at least once.
Is that a rule breaker for you?
That's not. Whoa! I will not be entrapped here. I'm not going to be entrapped. You're not going to hit me with the gotchas.
That sounded like it was a rule breaker.
I was giving a dissertation.
Yo, we're back. Rachel's back on the list.
Physiognomy. No, listen. You want to lick? Listen. Having your ass licked is far more predatory than licking hobbit feet. Be clear, you want to lick hobbit feet. Hairy, dirty hobbit feet. Just remind you, the man's accusations here.
Well, who says I'm not shaving them first? I'll shave her feet and then I'll wash them.
But listen, like Blasey, great tits, but she's very chubby. And the thing is, if she lost weight, she would lose the tits. And she refuses. She said she doesn't give blowjobs. And she would
what
the
the
only
hell?
thing.
Whoa.
Yeah, she countersigned blowjobs actually.
Disqualified.
Exactly.
No floppy toppy. What the fuck?
We're just going back.
Yeah,
So,
listen, rim job Rachel wins in this category.
Okay.
Right?
Oh, hey,
And we could talk about Mussolini. We can listen to vaporwave edits. We can watch Bout. We're cultured thugs.
this is for the culture.
Yes, dude. We could have sex on the couch while like on TV. A Jonathan Bowden edit is playing in the background. You know what you are for England. You're voting for this town. You're voting for the English people for strength and glory. To know what you are as a revolutionary act. And then you're just plowing her as Jonathan Bowden is telling you for the glory of the European race in the background. Well,
Or
with Blasey, she's very bipolar in a very annoying way, in a very human way. She'll be crying about what her mom said, and you have to like, you're playing. You have to play Bowden edits in your head as you're bored trying to comfort this. Because every guy gets spacing out when a woman cries. From time to time, you just space out and you just like, nope, I'm noping out. My emotional labor is not for sale today. My emotional labor is on strike. So you just space out while this girl's crying about her mother or whatever. And
get fed up.
You get fed up. I would hit and crit Fred. Take Fred to bed at least once.
Take Fred to bed. Yeah, that's cool.
That's so accurate.
But Haywire is a trier. I would try her with Haywire.
Yeah, she writes. She does stuff. So
she writes. You can fuck with the music. You can leave your. You can play Hail Hitler in the living room.
Hell yeah.
She's an edge queen, and she'll let you do edgy shit openly. Right? It's a lot of maintenance. Not maintenance in the way Tommy Lauren is maintenance or a normie girl's maintenance.
Yeah.
But maintenance in a very art scene queen way, I'd say.
All right, Jesse.
It all depends on what you think is worth it. So I'm sorry, Blasey. I think your mutuals with my mutual. I like you. You know what? I respect you as a woman. I respect you as a human person. I don't sexualize you, Blasey.
We are not sexualizing. Any thoughts on this? Any thoughts on this, Jesse?
I actually will have to go with Rachel here. Respectfully, Rachel.
Oh God. Man. I mean, dude. Okay, Fred's her selfies are so funny, dude. I mean, like even when she is being sexy, like they're really funny, and like she'll even post like total crazy like nude cleavage shots even while she's like sobbing her brains.
Yeah, yeah. Oh,
Ooh.
this is when my first suicide attempt or something like that.
Yeah.
That would be the caption. That would be the caption.
It's just her gigantic pillowy tits, and then all the guys in the chat, they're like, "Oh yeah, so suicidal. You took this fucking selfie." Like,
Suicide swing sets. That's what her tits are. Suicide swing sets.
Oh my God.
Yeah, because Classy was a boring joke. You can tell I put a lot of effort into that.
um,
But as a friend of a friend, you're friends with Adam, you're friends with me, Miss Blasey. I respect you as a woman.
yeah, it did feel kind of weird a little bit just because I know that Adam's friends with her. I was like, oh man, but it is kind of funny to, oh man, and Rachel does seem cool because like yeah, you could bang her and then watch a Cronenberg movie or something. Talk theory after. What was that?
I can play Hyperborea edits as you make love. You're doing her doggy style, and then you just see Hitler's gaze. He's staring at you. So yeah, performance anxiety.
No, that would help me actually. I'd get in the zone.
Do it for Gartha. Do it for Hyperborea. Do it for Germany. Do it for Germany.
Do it for SS. Oh my God. Oh shit. Wait. Okay, Gabe. So what was your pick then? What was it again?
Listen,
Rachel?
like I
Rachel.
said, Blasey has the skull structure of a Jonathan Paladin portrait. She looks straight out of his she is a Latina leader. She's a leader of the Latinas.
She has the skull structure of a milk dud.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. We love Freddy's forehead. We're Freddy forehead's appreciators. All right, we appreciate the forehead from a distance.
God damn.
It gives her the forehead gives her a lot of foresight. That's why she's so good at tweeting. All right. She's hiding a very big. The reason why her forehead's so big is because her third eye, her internal third eye, is so huge. That's why she's such a good cultural commentator.
Holy shit.
Well, with Rachel, with the narrowness, the focus, there's something fascist with those eyes. This is the eyes that'll make any fascist man blush.
So true. I'm going with Rachel too.
Rachel could peg you as a fascist man, and it wouldn't feel demeaning.
Your words, Gabe. Your words.
That's also a rule breaker.
All right, we're all getting our ass licked by Rachel. That's really cool. And pegged too. We're all getting ass and pegged. So that's that.
Playful, like pegged in like not a gay way, but in like a fierce like BDSM violence way. It's like a not in a gay way.
None of this is gay. Or she's pegging you with the tongue, right? She's pegging you with the tongue.
Yeah.
With a studded strap on.
It's a fasci. The peg is a fasci. You know the bundle of sticks, the Italian symbol of fascism. It's the fasci. Dude, I'm giving you material for Hate Spree 3.
Hate Spree 3, yeah, it's all in.
You better be taking notes. You better be taking notes. The fasci symbol is the peggy, the little bundle of sticks with the axe on it. That's the peg. And speaking of also example, Nikki, also rim job queen. This woman will give amazing blowjobs. No, rim jobs. Sorry.
Dude, if phrenology appears in our upcoming stuff, you know where it came from.
Always watch out for girls with narrow skulls.
Watch out for girls with narrow skulls. That's a quote. All right, Jesse, what's your initial thoughts?
Okay. Both of these were your picks, right, Gabe? Like you brought these on.
Yes, these are the deep cuts. This is Georgina Rose. She's a pagan. She's a pagan influencer. She went to Egypt. She does tarot card readings. You can get your tarot read. You're in, maybe even get your tarot tugger read. But she is a pagan expert. She talks about Evola. She has a TikTok channel. Some great appreciation material there. She's in Appalachia. She's a country girl. She's a country pagan, right? You can take her to Cracker Barrel and then and bring your copies of Metaphysics of Sex and then talk about Evola and Aleister Crowley with her, right?
Wow.
And yeah, that's Georgina Rose. Now, the thing of Nikki, she was a flash in a pan. She was a one-hit wonder in many ways. Nikki was part of a group called the Hegelian E-Girls. They were a Twitter chat group. They hung out, I think, in Sovereign House. They were like post-leftist. They were post-leftist. They were hosting parties, and like she was friends with a very ugly, frumpy Chinese girl, and she was more of the Francis Fukuyama neoliberal Kojivian. Well, Nikki was leaning more to the Schmittian, so that's right-wing Hegelianism, and the He Girls exploded. Hegelians kind of the group exploded basically.
Yeah, you
There's
see
a
that
great
meme a lot
what
about Hegel e-girls or whatever.
Yes, she got interviewed by J-Reg. There's a great Wojak poster. His name is Charles. He created a great deep fake of Nikki the Hegelian ear girl with her tits out, with a deep fake of her tits out. Great deep fake. I can imagine my young son Octavian suckling from Nikki's Hegel tots. Right, her Hegel tots are magnificent. She's got great tits. She
Hegel
smokes. She can rock a turtleneck.
Yeah, she's got.
Oh, that was dude. That
Oh
dress was great.
wow.
That dress was fantastic. She did it with Lord Miles. Man, that curves were bang. She's a little bit frumpy. She's a little bit fat. She is fat. She could, to quote the Eternal Zero HP, she could lose a few.
She's in our league, though. That means she's in our league, right? She's attainable.
She is attainable.
To quote PTA, I like a girl with a little tummy.
Well, Jesse, based on I gave you the lore dump on these girls. Now,
Yeah.
the thing is, Nikki has had sex with like MAGA communists.
Oh, what? Okay.
What the fuck is a MAGA communist?
Well, I was gonna say, what's the Slavoj Zizek? I was like, is that related to anything specific?
Oh, have you never
or...
seen Slavoj Zizek, bro?
No, I have. I just wanted to know if there was like a connection to her.
Oh,
Listen,
I just scrolled her Instagram and she's like a fan, I think, right? Or
dude,
Oh, okay.
Nikki is such an e-whore, personality-wise. Apparently, this is rumors. Nikki, if you want to retain yourself, if you ever want to write a book and DM me, for sexual favor, so you can come on the sidebar, I would absolutely be open to do it. I could save her. I could fix you. I could turn you a track wife, Nikki. I could save you, Nikki.
We can write this ship.
I can tell you, Nikki the Hegelian eager will turn to Nicole the Schmittian trad wife. All right, I can save you, Nikki. Just my seed cures all. But no, I would say I don't want to bias Jesse one way or the other. Jesse, based on this information, you have one e-whore who wants to be spit roasted by Curtis Yarvin and Slavoj Zizek, and you got Georgina Rose. All right, you know she likes to apply. Her bush would probably smell great, like with all these pagan rituals of honey. Like her bush would smell amazing. Like it'd be a fantastic
juniper
experience to eat
berries.
her pussy. Yeah, juniper berries, like her armpits would be great too. Like a honey, like weird honey laxative, honey body lotion. It's also part of pagan rituals. You might be damning your soul to hell, but you
However,
the pagan pussy got you acting unwise.
Yeah, I was pretty sold on her as soon as you started describing her. Here's the thing: you need to be weary of these bitches that look like Snow White and they're very petite. They're very unassuming, because they end up causing, a whirlwind of chaos that you're never prepared for.
Yeah.
However, I am always down for the challenge.
Hey.
I am always down for the challenge. I've some of these girls, they start out leftist and they just they need some time with the racist in order to turn in order to get to come to their senses. So
Oh,
but this girl being said, yeah, I'll probably go with her over Nikki, although
All
goddamn,
right.
her in that dress
First
is
vote
insane.
for Georgina. What about you, Gabe?
oh, it is tough. You
Hmm.
know,
Well,
actually, hold
okay.
on.
So you're undecided?
No, you
Because
talking. I'm
I
trying to find
know.
this.
So I'll
Oh,
just
you
put mine
know?
out. Yeah. So I'm on the opposite. I'm just gonna go with the narrow face. She just looks more photogenic. I'm gonna go with the Hagel, the Slavoj, spitting all over the dick. Let's go. So
There
it's
is
up to you.
model-esque features to her face.
Yeah.
Uh, does my rim jog physiognomy have anything to do with that?
Oh, man, I can't.
I'm not hearing a no. I'm not hearing a
No, I'm
no.
not. No, it's. I can't. Cause I'm just gonna say like I don't know if I want to talk about. Uh, I'm writing another book. You know this, right? So I'll just say that.
Oh, it's just spoilers for Hate Spree. Is there gonna be is Rim Job a character? Is he like
I
another Iron
can't.
Man Rim
I
Job?
can't talk. That's all I'm gonna say. Like, yeah. But yeah. Let's go. Let's do it. Fuck it.
Reference image.
Yeah,
This is.
reference. Hold on. There's this great. Oh, I have her tit picture. So it's somewhere on my phone.
I can't
I
put that
never
on this.
organized. I posted on Discord. I'll privately DM it to y'all. You'll make you regret if you don't choose Nikki.
But yeah, I just like personally for me, I just don't really like round faces too. They like come off as pudgy. I've always liked like sharp features. Like you can just tell like the they're very angular. Um, and I just like
That's the
that.
word I was looking for.
Yeah, those faces just look more pleasant to me. You know. And the rim job's a bonus.
Okay, so you're leaning towards Nikki. You want the pagan girl. You're down bad for the pagan.
Who, me?
Yeah,
Yep.
I don't think she. The thing is, she's not right wing. I think she's it's like she got canceled. I think she's like vaguely right wing. She's like right wing adjacent. Well, Hegel like she wears a MAGA hat. Like she like my meme. My only successful content on any better than any video. She'll wear the MAGA hat. She's dark MAGA. She's like ooh woo. I'm an e-girl because she definitely was leaning into that right before she got burnt and like apparently overdosed on ketamine or something like that.
Oh,
Yeah. So
holy shit.
I would say, Georgina, you can have. You know what? Sometimes you do want to touch the grass, as long as this pixie fairy. You want to have a like. I want to have like a beautiful. I want to read poetry. I wrote a poem to Georgina, if y'all recall correctly. You know,
I
Oh,
didn't know
really?
this.
yeah, you retweeted this. Remember?
Oh wait.
I could regale you with tracks of the pagan Evola. After letting my
Oh, oh yeah. No, I remember now.
Yes, after letting my tongue play the playful posy around your areola. I think
Wait,
that
then
was
you
good.
have to vote for her.
No, but the
You
thing is,
wrote her a poem?
no, but I did no. Here's the thing: I wrote a hymn during elections. I wrote a hymn to Nikki the Hegelian e-girl.
What is this? You're just sending colonial love letter?
It's on Twitter. It's on Twitter during like there's Donald Trump. I wish you may. I wish you might. I wish with all your MAGA might. Bring my Hegelian e-girl back to me tonight. That was my inaugural day wish hymn. Hymn different from a poem, right? During election, so I'm kind of tied here in terms of the artist within me. The spiritual hymn versus the playful pagan poem.
You gotta make a decision, Gabe. You gotta.
I
One of these
the
bitches is
thing is,
getting cut up by Elliot Rodger. The other one gets to live another day.
the thing is, I guess because here's the thing, Georgia would prepare for you. Like Nikki, you know her room is trashy. You know that room is dirty as fuck. With Georgina, because you look how much this outfit takes time. All his gear takes time.
That's
Right?
another question I had for you.
Yeah, exactly. Like you go out to a picnic, you pray to Pan. You play MGMT's Kids in honor of Pan. Because it did do 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 do. Right, that sounds like the Pan instrument. If you look at his little pipe, so yeah, you can. I think Pan would appreciate "Kids" by
Hell
MGMT,
yeah.
right? Yeah, and she would apply like strawberry cream and honey to her pussy to make the experience of eating her out in nature. She wants to be eaten
Damn.
out in nature. Public sex in parks would be great with Georgina, right? It's vital. It's pagan.
Oh, that's cool.
Well, with Nikki, I could go full chud, go full talk about Schmidt. We can do we can watch Nosferatu together, and but here's the thing. I don't think Nikki showers regularly. She's not the kind of girl who showers regularly. I think her pussy stinks just a pinch more. She's an online. She's too on. She's so online. She smells like an incel. But it depends how much horny you are. It, I would you know what? I'm thinking of my future kids here. I'd rather have kids with Georgina Rose.
Oh, shit.
I'm sorry. The Hegel Tots. The Hegel Tots. I'm
Hell
sorry.
yeah.
Hegel Galing is over. Last year's
See,
philosophy.
Yeah, I know. I can listen to Nutrimukio Hotel, but I would rather listen to kids to worship the god Pan with Georgina Rose.
All right.
This is a tough one.
This is
King,
tough.
you got a really tough one. You served
This-
yourself a hard ball with this one.
This is super tough. Like, I don't know anything about these women. I guess they're both right wing or something. Because you told me like Banda Box was like doing Trump stuff. And
Yes, she got really popular in the run up to the Madison Square Garden. She's part of the
Yeah.
Young Republicans Club of New York, and she was wearing a Young Republican sweater. And big tits and real tight sweaters are just like instant death in terms of combos.
Yeah.
It's a killer combo. So she got
Yeah.
popular for like a week.
And Tree Perv. She's about trees. I don't know.
I don't know. Listen, I found out
She wants
she's
to fuck
my
trees.
mutual on Twitter. Yeah, she's my mutual. She's a mutual mommy. She's mutuals with me. She
Mutual
follows me
mommy.
on Twitter.
I'm-
So there's a chance. There's a chance, guys. You're
Let's-
looking at
let's
the
make it
future Miss
happen.
Sinclair.
She
She's
reads
looking at
lit.
literally hugging a tree.
She reads lit. Like, it's possible. We gotta get you. We gotta get you Tree Perv, bro. You
Is
gotta
it-
become a
it-
tree or something. That's me.
I'll get bark. I'll probably like bark. Oh, it's barked for her pleasure. It's a condom, but like a bitch is a bark on it.
Yeah.
It's barked for her pleasure.
Do that Hunger Games camouflage.
I would
Like,
Yeah, I would say photogenically, Tree Perv's face is better, like in terms of Bandbox's face is kind of round.
the physiognomy, the skull structure.
Yeah. And there's a very pure, clean vibe to this. But here's the thing. I mean, you said it, Jesse. I think we were like discussing the pics. Like, she is very elf-like. All right, like she's got these.
This is the one I
really-
said looked like Elwyn.
Yeah, she could be in Lord of the Rings.
Okay.
And there's a problem with that is that I fucking hate Lord of the Rings, bro. Not because it's bad,
How
because
dare you?
every right winger talks about Lord of the Rings incessantly. It's like the Harry Potter of right wing books, bro. I
Oh,
can't
fuck, you're right. That's actually a fair point. That's actually a really fair point.
like anytime anybody says something about lit, it's like, yeah, but what would Tolkien do? Or fucking, oh, Tolkien didn't write like that. We all need to become lit. I'm like, fuck, man. Like, how many more times can we talk about this shit?
That's the credo of subversive subversions.
Yeah,
I'm sorry,
yeah.
but that's actually a very good point. It is right wing Harry Potter in terms of the meme, in terms of the culture. That is true.
Oh man, if I could graft her face onto her body, that would be they're both 10 out of 10s in my opinion. They both look pretty good. Fuck. Should I go for Toot or fair face tree hugging? I'm gonna go with Bandabox. I'm just gonna go with this. Fuck Tolkien.
Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah.
Honestly, like Francesca, I think her face, I think she's a 10 out of 10. I think she's basically the perfect woman.
Okay.
I like her hair. I like her skull. She's Italian. She's Italian. She's a mommy med. She's Mediterranean. And can at least cook pasta, at least like mac and cheese at the very least for out of American Italian. Actually, Jesse, what you're picking so far?
I was gonna say the same, man. Look at the way she holds that cigar.
Hey.
Is this a clear? Is this a swipe? Really?
Yeah.
Is this
Yep.
wow.
Banda, Dark Horse might be coming up. All right. All right.
No, dude, I would breathe the shit out Francisca. She's definitely giving me my liver.
All right.
Her tits are to
Gabe.
die for. Her tits are amazing. Oh, this is the deep cuts.
Yes. Here we go.
Your lane, Gabe. Let's go.
Okay, so fascist ETH, she has a crypto coin that's like called PP, and she's kind of part of the Milady thing, which is the crypto that's associated with Remillo. And I have a mutual of mine, Diamond Fox. Shout out to him. He's also a pagan. He's a Jewish pagan, sharp as a whip, into Yu-Gi-Oh too. You know that Remillo is part of like Milady, and Milady is like a crypto cult. They probably call themselves a cult, but in a very like neo-reactionary way. I think Milady is like Urbit's version of crypto, if I recall correctly. And so with Fascist ETH, it's Ethereum based. So PP, her name is Fascist ETH. I don't know what her name is. I'll call her Miss PP. She's the princess of the PPs. So she has a coin that's PP. And her total account is to thirst trap chuds into buying PP to get that PPs up. Right? And she's also into diaper play. I saw you found out the diaper lore with her.
You told me. That's it. I just put it in because you told me.
Oh, did I? Fuck.
Try to keep it a secret.
Listen, I guess the rim jobs are guaranteed in that case. But but
wait, did she want you to wear the diaper, or did she wear the diaper?
You know what?
Uh-oh.
You know, it's a playful surprise. It's
Well,
like it's a chicken.
We'll find out when we get there.
You know,
I don't know if I could give a rim job to a girl like by unpacking her diaper, bro. That's a hard fucking sell, dude. That's really hard.
Where do you think the peepee is? Where do you think
Oh
the
my
peepee
god.
Wait.
But she was in Taiwan. I think she smokes crack. Or smoked crack at least once. She has pretend like what's it called? Oh fuck, Tourette's. She has like meme girl Tourette's. That's how she talks. So if you want like a Tourette's LARPer e-girl, niche e-girl, you're not gonna get credit for having sex with her, right? You're like, oh my god, Gabe is having sex with this girl. Who even is this girl? Like she's not like well known. She's a deep cut. She's a B-side. She's a B-side bitch. She's a B-side bitch, right? But and also her room is stinky as hell. Probably doesn't shower very often, especially with the diaper thing.
Never showers.
Never showers. Sex is crazy though. If you're into pheromone play, if you like pheromone play, you'll be really into PP. Now,
Yeah, dude, I bet she fucks like crazy.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Right, great tits. No, you might be saying, well, the tit department is small. She has a slender build, but they perk up. The tits pop out. The marshmallows peek out the cereal bowl in this case.
Yeah, they be
I'm whipping out the food analogy just for her. All right, we all know how I feel about food analogies. Now, Rage After Storm. Do either of y'all remember Rage After Storm?
I think I remember watching her like a little bit, but I don't remember anything she said. But I feel like I've seen her before.
Okay, Rage After Storm. This is the vintage. This is old head. This is ancient geriatric head here. Rage After Storm was very popular during the Skeptic era. This is when Armored Skeptic and Shoe and Head were still a thing. Mr. Medicare was still on YouTube properly. I think this is even before his diagnosis. Yeah, this was before his cancer. So, Rage After Storm was one of these. She wanted to be Lauren Southern, but harder to the right. A Brit girl, Brit bong Lauren Southern, basically. She's got I'm an intelligent girl. I'm educated. I'm smart. I'm capable. But she talks about race and IQ, and she's citing Stormfront. If y'all remember, Andrew Angler's website back in the day.
Yeah.
I still check out Daily Stormer.
Yeah, Daily Stormer. Yeah, either Stormfront or Daily Stormer, something like that. Yeah, and back then there was a skeptic community, like Kekistanis. Like, yeah, we're not gonna let the alt-right claim Kekistan. We're not about racing. We're about free speech, but race and IQ is just too far. That's Nazi shit, dude. So Kraut, from Kraut and T, if you remember him, he tries to bury his past a long time ago. But Kraut and T doxed her. We didn't have the term for canceling yet. We called it deplatforming back in the days. You deplatformed Rage it off Twitter, it off of UKIP. She worked for the UKIP party back in the day. Yeah, so she was not working with Bowden. She probably was in diapers when Bowden was around. So she had a her YouTube exploded. Great YouTube channel. However, she got doxxed by Kraut, and who was also a basic bitch. He was like a YouTube skeptic, pro liberty, pro free speech, but then became like a leftist anti alt right. He was about to fight the alt right. He was about psyops, if you remember. Mr. Medicker's Tale of Trout, or The Trial of Trout. Great series on YouTube. It's a mandatory viewing for if you understand E-right heritage and culture. It's very important for cultural heritage reasons, his YouTube videos. So Flash in a Pan, one-hit wonder. She's the Amy Whitehouse of the E-right in many ways. Great singer, was known for one great song, and then gets hit by a bus. I actually don't know how Amy Whitehouse died. Did she get hit by a bus? Overdosed? Whatever. The point being is, she flew too close to the sun, and a horny incel shot her down in impotent incel rage. Rage after storm, if you will.
Yeah. Quick question.
So she lasted like 3 months, and then she got burned.
Wait, is she dead?
I don't know.
Amy Winehouse is dead, right?
No, Amy Winehouse is dead, I think.
Yeah, she died. I'm pretty sure you're right. I think she died of an overdose.
Yeah, I think.
Or like she was drinking a lot.
Probably she was doing what she loved. but with Rage, I don't know. She's probably a normie now. She could come back.
Should we add Shu? Did she?
Oh no!
Okay.
Wait, was Shu already in here or no?
No, she's not.
You didn't put Shu on head. Oh my god, this is a game changer. You can add her if you want, but
okay.
Oh, the Boxy clone. oh, you just from the rafters.
From the rafters. Yeah, you mentioned Shu on head. I was like, fuck, I forgot about Shu on head. Like she was like kind of normie skeptic, but like she's a little bit more right wing nowadays, I guess. I don't know.
She's also into diaper play, if I recall correctly.
What the fuck?
Have you seen her leaked nudes, by the way?
No, I haven't.
No bullshit. You did not see her leaked nudes?
No, like I've never. I don't know. I didn't know she had leaked nudes, bro. Like for.
Send it to the
crazy,
chat
though.
after this.
Yeah, I know what I'll be looking up after this, but.
Yeah.
This is a game changer. But you gotta think of her without makeup, and I think she's a wig. Like her normal hair is not that good. Like she's a forest fairy. In reality, she's an old witch hag. Apparently, well, actually, she had a cute pussy. I think her pussy was cute, if I remember correctly.
You gotta.
Oh, there you go. This is crack dead Horton Hears a Who without the makeup. This is a fentanyl Who right here.
Yeah.
This is tough. You know what? Oh, well, she's a trad. Actually, you know what? She's married to a trad captain. Yeah. She's trad now. She's a trad Bernie bro now.
She's a trad
right?
wife.
She's a trad wife to a proper Catholic man. Armor Skeptic probably hung himself by now after fumbling the bag, after fumbling the e-girl. I miss you, Skeptic. I feel sorry for that man. You turn your back on paganism.
Yeah.
No one. Like I said, he's probably hanging. But who I'd rather be hanging with though?
Yo,
I might be. Ooh, this is tough. You know what? Because Shoe on Head is very millennial coded, while Fashy is Zoomer coded.
Oh, so it's.
I feel like I'd understand Zoomer. Zoomer. She's an honorary Zoomer.
Yeah, Zoomers versus the millennials. This is about.
You know what? I'm a hipster, baby. I'm going for those deep cuts. I'm not going for that mainstream shoe on head. Give me that.
Let's go.
Down for the peepees.
Nice.
All right. What about you, Jesse?
Same.
All right. This is a sweep then. Fuck it. Yo, I don't give a fuck, bro. Like she looks hot as fuck, dude.
Yeah, dude. What? Like no competition.
All right.
We'll figure it out. Diaper and shit. We'll figure it out.
She might stab you though.
That might be fun though. I'm willing to go and figure some shit out.
All right. Quick commercial break. What is your favorite entertainment with sex in it, Gabe? Not porn, but like
Why am I?
literature.
Oh, okay. Why are you asking me these questions?
This is about art and lit. Shit. If I was gonna think about it, I don't know. I guess Spring Breakers maybe is what I'm thinking
Spring
about.
Breakers.
If it was for me, just like entertainment with like hot chicks in it. I guess DOA was also cool, but that's like a video game.
Spring Breakers is a good choice.
Yeah. I don't know if there's any. Well, we were asking you, Gabe, because you're always about the sex, and it was just like you might know like good sex and art, because like a lot of times like right wingers they make shit, and it's always like it's always boring shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And like if you
You
had
know,
the great taste to give us like the cut that's like this is how sex should be in right wing art.
Like actually horny shit, not just
Yeah.
like traditional safe representations of sex.
Yeah.
right. Not the fate of black sex. You know what? There was a. I'll go reference my diary, Disu. But unironically, I had this isekai fan fiction I wrote of Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. If y'all remember Yu-Gi-Oh! It was
Yeah.
a very popular card game. Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh! GX was a great anime. Chilling out with the crew in the schoolyard. Get your game on, right? I love I love that anime to death. And then there's two things. One taught me how, because when you're a normie fag, when you grow up as like a normie with like slave morality, you have some aristocratic tendencies, but they don't know how to display yourself. Like, how easy it is for a guy. I would never cheat on my girlfriend, right? But then I played
Mm.
Witcher 3. If you remember that moment with Witcher 3,
Oh.
right? You know, and like,
Yeah.
Trish, now Yennefer. The choice is Yennefer. Yennefer is mommy, 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 super mommy, right? Yennefer all the way. But when you realize, like, I was in the moment. I played that game when I was 15 or 16, and with Trish, she was like bubbly and like a friend, and she was so quirky. But like Yennefer was so mommy coded, right? I accidentally ended up sleeping with both, and it was erotic. It was a horny, right? This was it was a great. I am Geralt, and like you deal. Thing is, I learned that having sex with women that you have actually personal connections with are actually it increases the experience. It's different. When I got aroused by watching Witcher 3, it was more of an, oh my god, I'm Yennefer. This is Yennefer of Yennefer. I forget her name. Right? I slayed that dragon with her. I did those side quests with her. I could experience with her. I'm fucking. She's a person I can fuck. Right? Like a person has a personality, has a persona. It increases the eroticism because with those girls on Pornhub, right? Those are like, sometimes hentai can have, like, if you watch a good decent hentai, will add a personality traits. It's the aura of fucking your teacher who's nice to you, or your girlfriend crush. With American pornography, it's much more materialistic, much like the American culture. Yaki would agree with me. Yaki would absolutely agree that hentai is far more spiritually more affirming than
Oh yeah, that,
American
that that was actually a question
pornography.
I was gonna ask you, which was like Western versus Eastern waifus, and we can like not two birds out with one stones. Like
Eastern, they much more honest with themselves, right? They like to hit on the nerve, go down to the stem of the nerve, either in terms of like NTR, Sad Panda, anyone like that. Like their cucks are far more cucky than our cucks.
yeah,
But they're perverts. Like remember the manga Rape Man, or of course, or classes like High School Dropout. Remember Dropout? Or that one anime where it's like a guy's cell phone has like a little kanji that lets him mind break women and stuff like that. Uh, kanji is their letters. Is kanji their version of spirits? I think it is. I'm sorry for disrespecting Japanese culture, but I don't
I
remember
think
the
you're right
details.
about that.
Yeah, yeah, and stuff like this. It plays into the male fantasy, right? The most fantasy is, oh, you get to fuck your stepmom. But the thing is, with Americans, they can't take it seriously. They can't take their it's too Reagan. Oh, I'm fucking my stepmom. My stepsister is inside the washer. Wink, wink. Like, isn't this all
mm,
stupid? This is get down to the fucking, right? But with the Japanese culture, oh my god, like this bitch, I've broken her mind. She's a slave to me now. It's like Light from Death Note, right? Like Mizaka, what's her name? The goth Alita girlfriend from Death Note. Like, I'm your slave. I'll do whatever you want. I'll kill for you, right? And it's yes, you self-insert, like your Light, your character is literally me. It's a aristocrat of the soul. This woman will kill for you. Right? You're beautiful Alita GF, right? Not in that way, in the dress way, right? And like you're a god king, right? It's supposed to. It doesn't wink at the audience. It doesn't castrate you like a little boy. It wants you to affirm yourself as a predator of men, of eroticus predatory. The Japanese eroticus predatory is a mix of light yagami, Rape Man, the manga, and Yukio Mishima, right? No, it
Yeah.
is pure violence and sexual ecstasy, forcing your sexual will upon the world, right? In a non-Fed posty way, Mr. Federal Agent. And that's the difference between West. The West, it's like it's burger sex, it's fast food sex. It's there just to merely please you. It's not there. It's something that's done to you as a man. I jerk off to porn as a man in America, while in Japan you put your. It's like an isekai. You put yourself into the porn. It is something to you fantasize about. Into a better world, into a more virilic. Before Hyperborea edits, there was Goon Cave edits of isekais, right? Sword Art Online, if y'all remember, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why the normies hate Sword Art Online so much. It's too much vril in Sword Art Online. The power fantasy, it's too quote unquote like corny or too like basement loser power fantasy, right? That's their critique of Sword Art Online. Um, so I would say overall, this is where it ties into my Yu-Gi-Oh! GX thing. Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, what is the plot of Yu-Gi-Oh! GX? It's a card game based on Egyptian gods, right? And you're there with your brother. It's an aristocratic society, right? It's a highly rigid top-down. The Slifer Slackers. You got the Plu clan, which is Obelisk, right? And you got the Raw kids, right? You're there chilling in your schoolyard. You got Alexis and like Jaden and like the blue kid Cyrus. Cyrus, they had to. If you watch the proper Japanese version, they break into the girls' dormitory to steal their panties, right? The panty raid, right? And then and Alexis, you have to duel Alexis, right? It's an aristocratic thing. You have to duel the woman. You have to mind break the bitch via dueling. Right, I think that was actually an arc. I think that was a plot line at one point. Like, women were during Valentine's Day were mesmerized or something like that. But yeah, so I love this idea of being around. It's the manor blood thing. You're trapped in this island, this academy, and it's something deeply aristocratic. There's the women, there's the men, and you have to, with your cards, with this card game you're playing with your bros, you have to level up. And I wrote like chapters of this porno where I self-inserted into the Yugo GX world, and you have to battle your way to get to the top girl of the academy who's like French, and she like what my point being is there has to be no winking at the camera of pornography. Anora, the reason why people say Anora is a right-wing film, despite it being sexual, it doesn't. Sex is portrayed as it is. She breaks down crying at the end when trying to have sex with the guy in the car at the end, but it doesn't. At the end, sex is bad for this woman who misused her gift of sexuality. Right, that's the theme of Anora. Right, it's a not pro-sex work. It's actually very anti-sex. Sex as detachment. Right, in much way, in something we know underground would approach sex, for example. With something like the more Japanese way of you finally get the girl, the guy gets the girl. People think it's corny in the 80s when the guy gets the girl because of the winky American flavor, but you can do that in a proper way, like Amour Plastique, right? That awesome French song that's going out around, like, Napoleon yearning for a Josephine. When a guy is abundant in masculine energy, when he finally gets that girl, grabs her, goes out and just fucking plows her, right? Like something in Quarter Lives, aspects of Quarter Lives from Cairo Smith. It has to be proper section literature. A man's virility should not be laughed at as corny. He can laugh at himself. He can be an object of humor. When Don Quixote is talking about Dulcinea, right, and he's talking about it to the stars, and he gets tortured for his love of Dulcinea in the Quixote, because Cervantes is good at mixing high and low. When if you watch Kenneth Branagh's adaptation of Hamlet, for example, and that actress is great, redhead, great tits, and a nice aristocratic bodice. Hamlet looks like a fascist. He slams Ophelia into the in front of her father. This is pure eroticus predatory, right? Because it's a one-way mirror. So he slams Ophelia's face into the glass. You could see her tits pressed up and right in front of her father, and Hamlet staring at her father, right? And he says, "Get thee to a nunnery." Right? You could easily see Hamlet pick her up the stairs and go up and fuck her at that very moment, and it'll be empowering and vigorous. Hamlet is both a true cell. That plot could have went two ways. He is a true cell. He chooses to be a true cell, but he could also be eroticus predatory. That's what makes Shakespeare interesting. All his protagonists can be true cells and eroticus predatory at the same time. That moment where he grabs her by the hair and shoves her. Right, that is a profound moment. There's no winking at the camera, even though Hamlet is winking at her dad. He's cucking her father. and that beautiful moment. Despite the penis is not even inserting into Ophelia, but Ophelia is in so many ways getting plowed by him in that moment.
You gotta
I
remember,
say
every time you have sex with a woman, you're cucking her father. Just
yes, exactly, exactly right. Hits pipe. You gotta hit that pipe, the Hobbit pipe. But yes, I'd
Mhm.
say you can be visceral. You can even be very horny and be visceral with it. I think you can. I think you can be straight up horny, but we're done with something that's in a very fascist or like in a very agentic. You gotta LARP as an aristocratic fascist with the black gloves and violence. You can't LARP though. You got to own it and inhabit that mind space. Imagine that scene of Light Yagami and Misika, or Hamlet and Ophelia in the films. If you're writing a sex scene for all the writers out here, if you want something that's like a violent, right, virile sex scene, you want to write a sex scene that will appeal to us on Tookie's Mag. Incorporate that's what you of course incorporate aspects from Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. Obviously, that's a no-brainer. But that particular scene in particular, the Kenneth Branagh's adaptation of Hamlet, him plowing her face into the glass, and in Death Note, when Misaka is kneeling in front of Light Yagami, and an image of him as a god with the wings, right? Incorporate those images. You can't be LARPing. Light knows himself as a god, man as a god. We are as the gods. I sing and dance as like the gods, as Zarathustra says. No American winking at the camera. No, shucks, I'm really just a swell guy. No, I am a predator. I am a god. I take what I want.
be
And
sincere.
without winking at the camera.
Yeah. Jesse, you want to list any? Because I guess you know a lot of movies. Are there a lot of movies that you think have like good sex in it, just in general?
Yeah, I was taking notes that entire time because that was all really, really great.
Yeah.
It's funny because you said sincere. That was like the first thing I wrote down. Um,
Sincere Sinclair.
well, okay, so yeah, where would I even begin with that? Because I 100% agree that you know over time like the Burger Kingifying of the both male and female sex drives has completely I don't know, like here, let me think, because have any of you guys seen Gone with the Wind?
Nah.
Yes. Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn. Right.
Yeah, exactly. So I think he embodies everything that you're talking about. That Rhett Butler is, so completely confident in himself and his manhood, and his complete understanding of who she is, and just like one of the most infamous scenes of that whole movie, and that movie came out in the 40s, is the two of them have just been they've had this like fraught sexual tension the entire time that hasn't quite been acted upon yet. And then finally, we're like fucking 3 hours into the movie or something, or almost towards the end, almost at the 4 hour mark or something, when Rhett finally just goes, you know what? Fuck this shit. And he literally, it's implied that he just kind of grabs her and takes her upstairs and rapes her. And the very next cut is her waking up in bed, smiling, so satisfied, arms stretched wide, just like, oh yes. It's like it's like her fucking woman hysteria needed to be put in check by his confident manhood. And that to me is so sincere and honest to both the male and female sex drive. Because when that came out, people thought that was amazing. They thought it was hot as shit. They weren't contemplating the morality behind if it's okay for him to have taken what he wanted. It's completely sincere. And so you definitely see that, over time, movies have become less sincere and more bureaucratic in its presentation of sexual morals and stuff like that. Whereas in the fucking East, they're so sincere, they're so completely honest to the male sex drive, that they're willing to be completely literal with it and just present it, in all of its honesty. Another really great example of like a movie before wokeness and total retarded ideology started to infiltrate sexuality in movies. I'm a big Verhoeven fan. I was rewatching. No, I haven't rewatched it. This is my first time watching the movie Flesh and Blood, which took place in the 80s. and the 80s was kind of a controversial time because studios were starting to become more of monopolies and cracking down on what artists can and can't say. But Flesh and Blood is so horny. They're and completely sincere and honest to both male and female sex drives. There's scenes where uh, Jennifer Jason Leigh is hoisted up into the air by Rucker Hauer's band of merry men. She's literally hoisted in the air by like 7 people, and they hold her for him while he takes her virginity, basically just rapes her.
Oh,
and
is this the campfire scene?
Yeah.
Oh, I see this movie. Yes, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, dude,
Right. And
Cap and Michael Pohl did a stream of this movie. We gang gooned to this. I remember this.
yeah, dude. And that to me is just so honest, and so it's like she loves it too, which is crazy because like another guy is about to rape her. She's like, no, but she's okay with this other rape situation, and it's like I don't know. I think we just need to be seeing more distilled, pure, honest representations of what makes us horny, and obviously there's going to be like evil that needs to be like watched over. But as far as like generally, I feel like we're so repressed by leftist dogma that we need to start returning to horniness, return to sexual virility.
Return to the nut. Spencer Broomhauer talks about this, right?
Yes.
And I love your Gone with the Well, because the thing is, he is a man of letters. He is a gentleman in Gone with the Wind.
Right.
But he knows the aristocrat as a man of unparalleled violence that is sharpened to strike only when it is necessary. He doesn't randomly go out and grab her, right? It is during a moment of peak hysteria where he's doing it as a surgeon. This is a woman in need of dicking down surgery, right? Right?
Which is 100% true. Like, bitches sometimes need to be dicked down in order to like return to normal. Like some bitches just like are not socially like antiquated and just like are retarded and and
back
they need
to
a good
freaking
dicking.
normalcy. Yeah.
yeah. With women, it's like an ER. Like when a guy's horny, you can wallow. It's like you take 2 Advils and you lie in bed, right? When a woman's horny, you need to call the ER, right? It is this. When a woman gets horny, she gets really horny, right? It's like a volcano. It can be quiet and then boom, right? When a woman gets horny, she gets really horny.
Dude. That's just so true. And I mean, oh god, it's just like the number of times I've like seen a movie and it they portrayed male predatory sexuality in a slightly dark way just for the girl I'm watching it with to be like, can we do that? Like, well, there's a scene in Dream Scenario, I don't know if you saw that, where Nick Cage, some girl has a fantasy that Nick Cage is hiding in her closet in the dark, in the pitch black, and then emerges out and like takes advantage of her. And the girl I was with, when she saw that, she's like, okay, we need to do that immediately. Like it, there's something that's like being repressed from both genders when you aren't sincere about sexuality and how you portray it in your art.
Yeah, well, Polya talks about this actually.
You want to
I've
segue
got
in?
sexual persona.
Like, let's be honest. The way Polya talks about the prequels, you just know she'd be great in bed.
Dude, yeah.
I want to take her just right after on that stage. I'll fuck her granny folds after how.
Let's go,
dude. Same. I love the way she describes the climax of Revenge of the Sith. It's nuts.
Yo, original trilogy people, get the fuck out. It's over.
Yes, we are repealing the post prequel consensus.
Yes.
All right, fuck you, frigid bitch, Megyn Kelly. We are going with the prequel princess.
There's only one true answer here.
I'll say this. Physically, she looks better, but it's for the cause.
Yeah, right.
The
cred.
You know what? You know what? Like sex as performance, like Megyn Kelly, it's a job. Like, oh, I've got the sex with my husband, fine. Like both of these women would say sex is a performance and mean
Yeah.
two very different things. She would take it as something Wagnerian, right?
Hmm.
I'm going to perform this act with the man I love, right? She's gonna have the ring cycle playing in the background to hype her up, to get into the mood for you. You know what I mean?
There's also
Purely
something
procedural.
very sexy about turning a lesbian straight, you know?
Yeah.
Get the gramophone
Dude,
did, let's go.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's a Polya sweep. It's a Polya sweep. It's no question.
All right, that was easy. That was just like 10 minutes of like, yo, all right, we're
It's a great rant that just ended with the decision.
it's just yeah, prequel princess.
The rant is basically it's basically out of sexual persona. That might as well have been a
Yeah.
sexual persona.
Hell yeah, dude.
All
Sub
right.
to us and Tukey's.
So I don't know who the hell these girls are. They're like politicians, I guess.
This is this is the low cal tier. This is we're going. This is a trashy one. This is
Wait.
Yeah,
Could we pause for 1 second? I need to use the bathroom real quick.
yeah, sure. I can pause the recording.
all right.
All right, and we're back. So, before the break, we were at. I don't know anything about these women, and frankly, they're kind of unphotogenic. So, she does look Louise Perry.
She's on the left. She's mommy. That's a mommy
Yeah,
aura right there.
but she's like the spicy. She's just the
That's the
Hispanic woman
mamacita.
going crazy. Ah, this
She's
this
Ugh.
this face makes me go like, but like if we cover it out with a good Photoshop,
you gotta make sure her voice is great. Great ASMR.
you know what? I think I'm gonna go with Louise Perry. His face is it's kind of creeping me out. And
But
she's got the bigger set of knockers too.
But she's not as limber in bed. She is absolutely not as limber in bed. She's
That's
not as free floating
true.
in bed. Gomez, like her schizo ass, she will match her freak.
She looks like a realtor.
That's true. But
You got
but
the Hispanic chud, a Latina chud.
yeah.
But she's a
about you,
gutter
Jesse?
chud. She's a slop chud.
This might be up to you or you and Gabe.
I feel the same as you.
No, okay.
Listen, the reason why I added Louis Perry is because when she's talking about like, oh, he's like, oh my God, we need to save the white race, or England is getting flooded with immigrants, and oh, but then masculinity, like she imagines like all these right wing chuds forcing herself, you will be bred by me, like it's the what Handmaid's Tale fantasy, and like podcast, like she gets dolled up for a podcast, it zooms in right in her face, the good angles. She's got great mommy ASMR. Her voice is like, oh, you could goon just to her voice. She has got a great voice.
Voice
It's like
guru.
Yennefer. Yennefer aspects to her. Or just Yennefer.
She's the Yennefer.
Yeah. Quote. Yes, it's another quote. You know, hate spree is the Half-Life 2, and Louis Perry is the right Yennefer.
Yeah.
Post-wall Yennefer. Yennefer fought the sexy magic.
You know what's funny is that I actually don't like The Witcher 3. Like,
Really?
I think the reason why it's famous, because the whole story, if you think about it, is just like Witcher or Geralt looking for Ciri. And I think what people like, I don't think it's necessarily a good game, but like it's a great fantasy in that you're like, oh, I'm the white guy, and I like get to pick between like the really hot, like, you know, Slavic, black haired, queen, or like my Irish freckled waifu, and like that's like the whole game really. And then, oh, also my daughter Siri, she's so fucking hot. Not that I'd fuck her, but yeah, it's just like the perfect idyllic, white guy fantasy. I think that's why like
Yeah.
people love it.
Yeah, that part holds up very well. Or like
Yeah.
or Piper from Fallout 4, or it's like it's like when you have experience with these girls. Like she calls you Blue, and she has like a little sister, and like she's homely in the British sense of the term. You know what I mean? You want to fuck her
Yeah.
by a fireplace.
I
You
would
know,
like
it's
I would like Witcher if it had a better story, but I remember like I've tried like doing it like 3 times, And like every single time I get like bored like halfway through, I'm just like, fuck this shit.
Oh, the DLC is a lot better. The DLC is a lot better.
I mean, I watched it. I was like, but yeah. I mean, I'm gonna be real here. Like this is probably. I don't think I like CD Projekt Red, bro. Like I tried Cyberpunk 2077. It's not the story's not good, bro. Like your only straight
I
option is
found
you
some
have
bugs.
to your only straight option is you get to fuck the brown girl, and meanwhile the white lesbo is like, what the fuck? Why can't I fuck Judy, man? Like what is this shit?
You know what? The mulatto girl in those jeans, and she's wearing the onesie, the leotard, and the jean combo.
Hmm.
I, I'm sorry, Lothar Stoddard. Eugenics police is gonna kill me right now. Like, get away from the mulatto. Get away from the mulatto, right? But
Well, if you didn't
uh,
notice, like I was really pissed about that. So like Frankie's hair is green and pink, just like Judy from Cyberpunk. So
oh, that's a nice touch.
yeah, I was mad at
Uh,
Cyberpunk, so I had to fix it in my book.
listen,
Amazing.
listen. With Pan Am, like she's working in a car. She's wearing a leather jacket. It smells crazy in those jeans. You know, once
Yeah,
she unbuttons those jeans. And for good, depending on how you like your pheromones,
I think her
it
butt
smells
was
crazy in those
bigger than
jeans.
Judy's butt, if I'm not mistaken.
Hmm.
It was, yeah. But
Well,
side
I,
note, but
again,
yeah.
listen. I'm a groiper. I'm a
Mhm.
Catholic. It's okay to race mix as long as they're both Catholic.
Okay, so you're Valentina, but oh, Jesse, you were Luis, right?
No, no, actually, I think it's gonna be a Louis sweep. I really do want to cry inside Louis Perry's bush.
Okay, you had this whole setup like, oh, the Catholic, we're gonna do the thing with it, but actually, really,
I also put I kind of I don't think she'd be into pit play though.
Pit
who,
play?
Luis?
Yeah,
Yeah,
she looks like a kind of girl who has nice armpits.
yeah, she could be a pit
Okay.
play.
I was like, okay, I think you mean armpits, but
Dude, okay, I posted a picture of Dasha on the Discord one time.
hmm
I posted a picture, and because we only had like a handful of people, and I think I scared like a guy who's been really behind our backs, really a top guy who really helped us out in the scene, and I think I scared him away when I posted Dasha. I'm like, the things I do to those pits, because it was a great armpit picture of Dasha. I,
Yo,
he couldn't handle my freak, and I feel bad about it, but I'd still do on heinous things to Dasha's armpits.
hell yeah.
King, like the tummy, the feet, the pits. Dave's just going all over the place.
Yes, you gotta. It's a woman's body is a buffet. Even the stuff you
Yeah,
don't like, the banana, like the salted banana from time to time, could be a really delicious dish. All right.
you're like an
Yeah.
Indian. You're using all the parts of the buffalo.
Yeah, so, sometimes you gotta suckle on the hooves. The hooves are sometimes the best part. You know.
There's blood tissue in there. Yeah, Gabe, you probably don't remember, but we're because we're in a couple group chats together, and one of them I sent something I was working on, and it was just like this big paragraph of all the things I would do to Dasha, and and you loved it, but like right away, like a few people left.
What's this?
Yo,
No, it's another campfire chat. No.
No, different one.
Yeah, there's no. Any friend of Adam would be appreciating of those texts.
Yeah,
all right, Gabe, you got to take us home on this last bracket.
You know, you know what? Speaking of Buffalo, let's be honest. Like Pearl has the pussy of a bovine. She's got the bovine pussy. Let's be honest. Like she's built like a horse. And you can like, have you ever seen a horse's nose?
yeah. My mom has a farm.
A snout.
Yeah, exactly. So you know exactly what I'm talking about. I think like it's a mix between like a gerbil, like a hairless gerbil, and like a horse's nose. That's what her vagina looks like, with the spots and everything.
Holy fuck.
Right? It's like her pussy's probably like rubbery. Like if you were to get two gerbils together and like their bellies touching your foreskin, that's what her pussy. It's a very rubbery experience.
She looks like a character from that cartoon Doug.
or a Hey Arnold character, right? Like a super tougher girl.
Oh man.
I feel like I listen. I feel this is. I feel I would pay reparations. I'd rather pick Cotton than be the black boy who fucks Pearl Davis.
Yeah, it's a good point.
This is like this is how you properly buck break a black man. This is
That's
how
how you
you
buck
have.
break.
This is how you buck break a black man. You make him have sex with Pearl Davis. You just produce these little halflings, these ogres, right? These mulatto ogres. You know what I mean?
These
Like they're
little
children.
Fionas.
Yes, yes. Like you just create these golems, right? These poor black men produce like these weird just ogres.
They
Of
need to go
creatures.
guard a maze somewhere.
Yes, this bitch would create a minotaur. She would create a minotaur. They'll be like super. Like she's a strong girl. She'll give you a strong son, but it's
Yeah.
absolute retard IQ.
She has the shape of a buoy.
And she has like her thighs. The thing is, she's muscular, but her thighs aren't even that well developed. Compared to like a Gina Carano, she's got. It's like
Yeah.
it's like she's not even thunder thighs. That's like a drumstick thigh. I don't even know what her thigh looks like here.
Oh,
Like I don't know, but you really Mama JF.
right. Who is this?
She's
You've
guns,
never heard
right?
of this?
She's a
No.
gun girl, right?
She's a what?
A gun girl. Like she's a gun. I seen her. She has super frizzy hair and she holds guns.
I
Like she's a
don't.
gun tuber or something like that.
No, I just know she was married to JF and she was like extremely retarded.
Oh my God, she's dead. Oh my God, Jeff Giuseppe.
Wait, did you she, we don't know if she's dead. So, like, do you know about JF? About the whole thing?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Jeff
explain the
Giuseppe.
lore.
Yes, the Frenchman. Yes, I know. He got funded by Epstein. He admitted to
What?
getting funded. Yeah, he was talking to Richard Spencer. He's like, "Oh yeah, he funded some of my studies." You don't remember this?
No, because I don't keep tabs on JF that much.
Oh, he's also an ancient head. He's an
Yeah,
old head.
but like from
Who
what
Yeah,
I
is JF? I
remember
don't know who this is.
about
JF
Mama JF,
Giuseppe,
I was
JF
just yeah,
Giuseppe,
you go.
ancient right figure, former evolutionary psychologist, kicked out of Canada for being a eugenics chud, likes to impregnate or date women with Down syndrome. Uh, he's been in a custody battle with this woman's parents for like the last 10 years, and then suddenly she went missing, and
Whoa.
and he was charged with murder, but now he's not charged with murder, allegedly. Baltic lawyer to soul, lawyer of the show, advised him to say allegedly murdered his wife.
Yeah, so like the whole thing is like the story is that like she just wanted to from JF is like she wanted to go off somewhere and then she just left and now she's just missing and for some odd reason he cleaned his house or something before after this whole incident and like I don't I don't think it's confirmed she's dead, but she's a missing person and no one knows where the fuck she is. So obviously the assumption people have assumptions of what happened, but until it's confirmed, it's all alleged. So we have definitely not murdered. Just so everybody knows, we are not accusing JF of murder. She's definitely not.
So you got the lolly trapped in a retarded grown woman's body
Yeah.
versus the horse pussied ogre woman. The live action remake of Fiona from Shrek.
So you got to pick, Gabe.
No, she's not even. Fiona has good tits. Even in ogre form, she has big tits. Like Pearl doesn't even have tits.
Yeah. Does she? Yo, her friend maybe has. Actually, nah. Well, hers are tiny, but hers are like wide and like flat.
They're all so funny looking.
Yeah. Some
Oh
Shrikosaurus
God.
shit.
Fuck. You know what? Fuck it. Give me that retard pussy.
Yo. Okay. Retard pussy it is. What about you, Jesse? What are you thinking?
Let's go with the Reaper pussy. Oh man. Because Pearl's definitely going to star in a Black video.
You fuck. That's so true.
So I'll go with Mama JF.
Sweep. It's a sweep. Yo, fuck it. All right, that's the end of the first round. We might go backwards because ending the second round with that would be like top tier shit.
Okay, now
Yeah.
this is queen. Who is the queen of the E-right? Who is the
Yeah.
top hoe?
But before that, we just got 2 questions, and then once we finish these 2 questions, we'll like just speed run this shit and hopefully get stuff done in time. So I guess first question is favorite hentai or porn? Gabe, what do you got? What's the best of the stock?
Okay. I got hit. You know that scene in Ratatouille where the reviewer, the harsh critic, eats that little Ratatouille and he gets Sissy Hypno flashback into a happy childhood memory.
Yeah.
I got this from Catgirl Kulak. Catgirl Kulak posted a reference, and it's just a cover image of this hentai. It's Dropout. It's an anime called Dropout, and I remember scrolling through Twitter, and I got hit with like a flashbang of like memories, visceral memories that I did not even have, like of my younger sensitive years of watching Dropout. I remember when I first discovered Dropout. Right? Yeah, Dropout's it is Evolian in many ways. It is Evolian. It is Nietzschean. It is definitely Eroticus Predatore. There is an innate need to reestablish a neo-reactionary aristocracy. It's not trad aristocratic, but it's neo-aristocratic in a sense. It is a way to deal with the feminism and its consequences. It is a very intriguing way of dealing with a hierarchical structure in a very managerialist world. I'll put it in that way.
I've never heard of this. Is this like a hentai or
DROP-OUT Dropout? It's it's ancient. Probably all the old heads are rolling their eyes at me. Like, really, Gabe, Dropout? Like, yes, it's basic. It's a basic bitch choice, but I don't memorize my hentai by name. All right, this is just childhood memories. But that one that I got like flashbanged by Kakarot Kulak bringing that one up. That one is for me. I'll be willing to say that Dropout. But even from an E-right anthropology standpoint, it'd be very interesting to watch it as an academic.
Oh shit, I know this.
It's old school. I know it's old school. It's old school.
Okay, yeah, this stuff is very cool. Very nice, Vic. Yeah. What about
Mind Break is the thinking man's hentai tag.
What about you, Jesse?
Oh man. There's this one called well, it's like I don't know the English name. I think I just know it's like eroge hmo game, like that's like all I know it as. But it's kind of like it's like it takes place like in this small little like apartment room basically, where like one guy and like 5 girls are all trying to make an indie game together. They're like trying to make a hentai game together, and none of the girls have like any like sexual experience. So every time they're about to like start doing some like graphic sex scene in the game, they go, how do we do this? And they'll look at the guy and they go, all right, let's use you as a prop so we can see how it would actually work. And so all the sex scenes are him just like going from like girl to girl, like in the crew or whatever.
Oh, harem. You get a classic harem anime.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
yeah, I love that shit.
Do you remember Queen's Blade? There used to be Queen's Blade.
I do remember Queen's Blade.
Let's go with the auntie with the glasses, and she would have a battle axe, and she was very mommy core. Oh god, I remember I remember finding Queen's Blade on YouTube.
Dude, yeah, I remember Queen's Blade when I was like, oh man, like late middle school, early high school, discovering that and just thinking it was the coolest.
Yeah,
yeah, dude.
Yeah, no,
Yep, love
that
that
actually
one.
like because one of my picks was like Odenon. Have you ever heard of him?
I probably watched it, but I probably don't. I just
Odenon's
don't. Very
artwork
few
is
names to
like
go.
pretty top tier. Yeah, I would just list out names like like Karasu, shit like that. That stuff's tight. Like Missouri, UK, stuff like that. Uh, I don't know if I have like a favorite. There's like a lot of them. And I'm also like
Hmm.
a fan of Western CG too.
You
Like
like that?
like yeah, like Crash Zone, freaking Tekuho or like Dimitri, stuff like that. They have like really good art. It's tight stuff. See, do
Do
you
you ever
guys know
watch
any?
the ones with the? Sorry.
I was gonna say, do you guys know anything what the fuck I'm talking about?
No, this is deep. You're bringing out the deep cuts to Gabe, man.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
This is levels of horny I dare not go.
Are you talking about like the 3D animated stuff where it's like just like a girl in a torture dungeon and there's just like some crazy monster thing, but it looks like
No,
kind of video game graphics.
no, that was Studio Foe. Um,
Okay.
they're cool, but like this is more like 2D drawn stuff like that.
Oh, I gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. So, and then there was also fuck, like the other one was like Evan Lee. He doesn't really make porn, but like I think I posted like some of the stuff in the Gabe and You chat. The one with like all the women are like being tables and stuff like that. His art's like super good.
Oh, I love
Yes.
those.
Yeah,
Oh, those are great. I remember this. Yeah,
yeah. He doesn't
one's
make hentai
one's
anymore.
a backpack. I think I remember
Yeah,
that.
dude.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So there's just like yeah, lots of crazy stuff. But yeah, I don't know if I have like a favorite or something like that. Like
I wanted
hentai.
to talk to you about that at some point, just like about how those images actually, despite the women being like literal objects, that there's like this total like harmonious relationship between the men and women in those images. Like
Yeah,
even though they seem like totally objectifying or whatever in like a cool way, it's just like there's actually this great harmony between the two of them like working together as object and master in a weird way.
it's nice.
Uh,
It's just I don't know. It's kind of fun. But you were saying, Gabe?
there's aspects of it that I do agree with. I'll go think on this. I didn't like the backpack one at first. I thought I grow more wholesome chungus despite being more in touch with my childhood playful tyrant. I'll go. You know, I'm going to tug on this. I'll hit you back on this later.
Yeah. Anybody want to list their favorite like real life porn? Because I can. I'll just go for it, bro. I'm a.
I'm a true cell.
Oh,
Anime
so you
doesn't
don't do
count.
3D pig shit? What is it? 3D
Uh,
PC?
no, I'm a purist. Thank you very much. I retain my
Okay.
seed.
Yep. I'm a fan of like Adriana Chechik. She's pretty cool.
Oh
She's
yeah,
got
no,
great
she's
scenes.
great.
Nice.
Great lips.
Wait, I thought you did do.
Why not? I'm not gonna like if you bring up something based on what I'm not saying I've seen her, but the image that comes to my mind may or may not resemble what you're saying.
Yeah,
I may be pulling a skibbity toilet right now. Maybe I'm just riffing off. But yeah, if you
yeah,
notice what she does rim jobs and narrow skull, right?
yeah.
Rim job queen, narrow skull.
This is King Cringe 4 right here. Going. But yeah, there's a lot of like really like the extreme stuff, like what is it, like Sarah Bell, stuff like that, if I can remember. Also, like photogenically though, I think the one that like physically, I don't know if you've ever seen her, but her skull face I think is pretty perfect. It's like Dylan Ryder.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
dude.
Yeah, like I figured this out. Like I'm really into like Italian girls, I guess, because like
mhm.
the pop stars I like the best are like Halsey or like there's this other one, Brooke Candy. They're like all half Italian. Like they just have these really great angular features. It's really cool.
Yes, that's true. Valentina Nappi has a great skull structure. I know her, of course, from her gaming Twitch. Um, but great, well, very dude. She's built like a Greek goddess. She's got great hips like literally like a Greek statue. Well, like she's literally built from marble, right? Beautiful, beautiful skull structure. Like I'll throw out that name and leave it at that.
Jesse, you want to talk about 3D pigs or you got to pass?
uh
You can pass.
I'll,
It's
I'll
cool.
just I'll just recommend everybody go watch the Lake Powell series. I always go back to those for some reason. Those are super hot. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Kenzie Reeves and this like era of like just petite whores, petite whore zoomers. It's
Actually,
really yeah.
actually, you know what? Also, I'd say Danny Daniels looks like a cuter version of what my Slavic cousins look like. Actually, if the Italian side is Valentina Nappi, but for the Slavic side, for like as Danny Daniels is a very hot Balkan cousin.
Yeah, she's
Yo,
hot as fuck.
all these girls got some real girth to them, Gabe.
I listen. I listen. I'm a true son of Gio Penichetti. You know, I think
Okay.
I like a girl with a little meat on her.
All right. Cool.
Hell yeah.
Those are the porn. You can just goon off to those. Those are great recommendations.
We all of these selections are Top Tugger approved.
Yeah.
All right.
Hell yeah.
All right. So final question. Self-serving.
Mhm.
Should Frankie Sheckelstein from Hate Spree be the female face of right-wing literature because she's Jewish and has the biggest hits?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Oh, her sidekick could be a Jewish au pair, like the innocent, like you got the bad girl.
Bangkok.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and like you could have an honor and like the innocent, like the innocent babysitter, the Jewish her sidekick, like Annie au pair, or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That could
And
work.
she gets so crazy horny towards the end of part 2.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if she fits all the boxes.
Yes, you get her sidekick is the Jewish au pair, and like she makes money off of grifting the Jewish au pair meme.
This
Off
is
Twitter.
gonna right honor levy into Hate Spree 3. Let's go. Oh yeah, and if you could, like, what would you describe as the ideal new wave female fictional character, Gabe? Like,
Ooh, new wave fictional. Like
yeah.
as in,
I mean, right now it's
there
Frankie, but if you were to make one, right?
Other than Frankie, I would agree. Frankie, I would
Okay.
absolutely 100% agree. In terms of fiction, you know what? The protagonist, in terms of actually, I'd say the protagonist of Love Story from Honor Levy's my first book, of course. I would also say the character from Hunters from Quarter Lives, right? Because you can mind break her. You can mind break her to a pagan, right? You can get her to like. There's this one meme edit with Francesca, the goth girl with the cigar with big tits, with her standing next to a portrait of Hitler while she's wearing furs. You can easily once you get your foot in the frame of a girl, and once your frame becomes her Overton window. Once she steps into your frame, you can really get her to get to full chut out, and she'll want to chut out for your approval. So I'd say the protagonist of Quarter Lives, the girl who likes to get fucked behind a Dunkin' Donuts dumpster, that girl I
Yes.
think is the feminine, right? The protagonist of Love Story from my first book. Let's see, obviously the piglet from Nutcracker. Man, you know what? I want to mind break Anon's sister from Incel.
Oh,
I want to
okay,
hate fuck
okay,
her.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
I want to hate fuck her.
Yes.
I'll be so satisfied to mind break that bitch.
So self-righteous.
Yes, it'd be an ethical duty. It's like punishment. Like she's trying to cockblock she's trying to cockblock her brother in like the t-shirt section of a Target.
Yeah, and like virtue signal and yeah, oof.
Yes, it would do her. She would be morally satisfied. It would be saving by enslavement. I'd save her soul by enslaving her body.
Yeah. All right. Jesse, you got it? You got any ideas on what an ideal fictional female would be?
Oh God. Um, like a just an archetype for
Yeah.
the
For the
new
new
wave or
wave,
something.
because we're all doing the new wave.
The new wave, baby.
New wave
The
noted.
neo new wave.
Yeah, I don't. I don't know as far as like a positive archetypical version of this. Because I don't even know if I really myself have written like a character that kind of fits that mold or something. I don't know, because I mean, as far as archetypes go, Frankie's perfect. It's just like that, hands down.
Hey, thank you.
But yeah, I think just being honest about like female sexuality and not presenting it in this really safe bureaucratic sort of way. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I do.
It has to be an archetype that appeals both to males and females, right? Keep it
Right.
just like maybe the girl from The Branches as well from Quarter Lives, because she's like a hyper fit bad bitch, but she wants to get dicked down by Bap, right? She wants to get ficked down by Spurgler Acolyte after his trip to Serbia, right? Like a
Yeah.
physically fit, like is pro Anna, but she wants to get dicked down by a chud.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
based
Higher
slut.
IQ. Yeah,
Base
the
slut.
base girl boss who's like an athlete. She plays tennis, hyper athletic, but she wants to get overpowered by Bap.
Yeah.
That's like you can see a girl LARP as that smoking cigarettes, like, oh, I got fucked by Bap, like on the like, except it's not high, it's like the vocal fry, like you don't see girls with high. I want bring back the high vocal pitch. I want the high vocal pitch back. Like I got fucked by Bap. Yeah, you know.
You guys have been posting like that one athlete in the Gabe and Goon cave. She's hot, like the athletic girl. Forget
The
what she is.
German girl, yes.
Yeah.
Oh
Somebody
yeah.
could do that. Somebody could do that. But yeah, I just want more bimbos. But that's just me. But all right. Are we ready to speed run this? So
Let's go.
just so everybody knows. Okay, and I'll tell you guys. The cock blocks are reset now. So we're just gonna do.
Oh,
Oh
the
shit.
championship cock blocks.
Yeah.
Here we
all
go.
right. So here we go. So first off, Candace Owens versus Mama JF. What's everybody's thoughts?
Jesse, you go. You got
fuck.
you gotta wash her brain or gotta wash the other skin with the soap scum. Your choice.
Oh fuck. Oh man. God, and you know this bitch, she's missing. So
Yeah.
yo, oh.
You might be admitting something if by your choice.
Well, look, can I wear a blindfold while I do Candace? Is that okay? Like,
Oh.
look, I'll say Candace, but I'm wearing a blindfold, and there's a can of bug spray next to me in case she gets a little too frisky.
Listen,
Alright.
Candace would fuck you back. She would fuck you back. She would be
Dude.
if she's into it. She'd be really into it.
I guess I'm
She be saying
miscegenating. I'm
weird
also
shit,
picking
though.
Candace. So.
Yeah, Candace, Black
Yeah.
Queen. Let's go.
All right. You got any objections, Gabe, or?
Well, she's already missing, so you know, no
God.
one's going to miss her.
All
She's
right.
already missing.
Is this even a contest?
Oh, this is literally peak horror versus Madonna. Okay, I'm sorry.
I mean,
I want Sasha to be mean to me, but also I think like both of them could be really mean. I think like Louis could be really mean. You've been such a bad, dirty boy. You're filthy. Like, but I want both of these women to be mean to me in a variety of ways.
Dude, I gotta hear this ASMR. You
I'm just
love that
going Sasha.
ASMR.
I'm just going Sasha. I thought it would be obvious, but you guys can duke it out for
No,
yourselves.
listen.
No, I'm
Spangler,
going Sasha.
Spangler would approve of ASMR. It's the soul of the gothic man is fundamentally musical. You close your eyes. The world of Valhalla is dark. The spirit of Wagner. Freya does not have a Euclidean form. Euclid has no place in the realm of the Gothic. Gothic is sound based. Spangler would approve ASMR.
All right. Well.
Mommy ASMR is Germanic coded objectively. Yeah, Sasha. I'll be honest, Sasha.
She did her best. All right. 40-year-old versus 80-year-old.
It's tough.
This is actually tough.
This is really tough, actually.
I think cred-wise, we can all agree that.
Dude, this should be the thumbnail, by the way. This is so brain rot right here. E-right brain rot. This should be the thumbnail.
Well, we made a thumbnail, so it'll be going up.
Oh, this is tough.
Whew.
You know what? I'm standing by my granny. I'm going to do Camille.
Granny?
I think I have to.
You go for the granny.
And let's be honest, Melanie only has a couple years left on her anyway, on that gas tank. Palia is loyal. Palia is loyal. Damn it.
She's hot though.
Listen, Melanie, Melanie like has to take Melanie. It takes effort for her not to give a teethy blowjob. I think.
All right, listen. All right, I definitely would pick Melanie, but I'm saving my cock block. I guess I'm doing some semen retention. She's going. See ya.
Is it gonna be like a Uno reverse? Like I reverse your Uno? Like we're just dropping a reversal card on each other?
Yeah. So Melanie's not worth it. She's not worth the cock block. It. We're going grandma tier on this one. All right, here we go.
Yeah.
Oh, this is also kind of tough.
This is good.
This is Inside of You is two wolves. The trad life
This
versus
is
the goth
inside.
girl.
Yes.
I'm sorry. Pee-pee. Pee-pee. I think pee-pee.
Yo, me too.
Same.
Yo, okay. Yo,
Nice.
fuck this shit.
Clean sweep.
That was fast.
It's the beanie. I like a
Total
girl. I like an
hapla
emo girl in a
death.
beanie.
Yeah.
Your pictures are too strong. She just looks like Asian girls aren't supposed to age that fast, and she aged a lot actually. Oh, I'm sorry, Francisca, mommy Francisca.
Same.
I prefer brunettes in general. Jesse.
Yeah, same.
Are you...
Same.
Oh, let's
All
go.
Well, listen, you were
Is that another
cool,
clean?
but yeah, don't date a fed.
This is a sweep.
Damn. All right.
Oh yeah.
Oh fuck, this is hard for me now.
That's actually really. I think this is your. I think this is your struggle, Jesse. I think these fit very
Jesse.
particular archetypes for you.
Yeah, what do I do now?
This is your archetype, Jesse. Let's go.
Oh fuck me.
Which
Oh.
one likes Neutral Milk Hotel more?
Oh god. Who feels it in their bones more? Who says they like it, but who feels it?
Who could sing like "The Only Girl I Ever Loved" 1945 directly from memory?
Well, who's gonna sing? But who's gonna sing it better? That's also. I'm going with. Oh Jesus! Wow. Oh man. Okay, I'm going Georgina, but I got to make the caveat that Brett Cooper's ass is incredible.
Yeah, for a
Damn.
petite girl, honestly, it actually is not that bad. I agree with you.
No, damn. Yep, because those are the archetypes for me, literally. But yeah, okay.
You like
I'm
those-
going Georgina.
You like those baby poggers?
I do. I can't help it.
Who are you going with, Gabe?
Sorry, Georgina. She matches my schizo freak.
Yeah,
We can talk
nice.
about Evola.
Sorry,
Evola
Ben.
talks about this.
Gotta go.
Hell yeah.
I want that honey pussy, dude.
All right.
Oh,
That
This is
honeyberry pussy.
I'm confused with this. I'm not even necessarily conflicted. I'm confused.
It was a little
Damn.
confusing. Rib job.
The first lady. All right. Personally, for me, I'm gonna go with Melania because the rim job is something we made up in our heads. That's not proven fact.
We don't know if she'll really do it or not. Oh fuck.
I bet
It's
you
very
Melania
hard
would.
to guess. No, it's very hard to guess Slavic girl like girl to do anything with the ass.
Oh shit. Okay.
Ooh.
I-
That was
listen,
Melania.
I-
I don't know if you...
I like Rachel. She likes me. We're actually very good colleagues. I don't know if it's disrespectful to choose her or not to choose her.
You just caveat. It's my dick. It was my dick, Rachel. It wasn't me.
It's not my fault.
You know what? I'm sorry. You know what? For the sake of the Fiume, I'll go choose Rachel. Jesse?
Yeah, I'm choosing Rachel because me personally, I can't have too many conversations without spurring over movies. So I feel like I could not do that with the first lady, but I could probably talk off Rachel's
Wait,
ear or something.
you can't watch Videodrome with Melania Trump?
It would not happen. It wouldn't. We'd get him pulling a gun out of his pussy chest, and she'd turn it off.
I didn't think I'd be pulling all my cock blocks from Melania, bro. But
No!
this is the way it's gotta go. This is the way it's gotta
Wow.
go. Wait, I forgot. Has
Yeah,
anybody pulled a
dude.
cock block yet?
We tried,
No, it's just you
Rachel.
Oh
guys.
my god, you're stopping the count. This is your January 6th moment. You're Patriots in control. You're Q all this whole time.
Oh shit!
So this is.
Well, that's why it's
the second one.
anonymous.
So you guys, I guess, can cancel each other out or something. I don't.
Oh my god.
Oh fuck!
Dime Square. This is the Battle of Dime
This
Square.
is Battle
I don't even know
Square.
what side I'm on. Holy shit!
Oh my god,
I can
dude.
argue for Dasha more than Honor.
Okay, give me your arguments for Dasha.
Well, before I even like had any sort of awareness of who she was politically or socially, yeah, anything like that, I just knew her as, because I was a big fan of Cumtown in the day, so I was just like, oh, Adam's girlfriend is an actress, so so I just like I only knew her from her being an actress. I was just like, oh, this cool chick, this chick is cool as fuck. Like she does like really, she embraces her horniness. She fully puts herself on display, does full frontal nudity sex scenes, and she's actually a good actress. So
And great
I've just
armpits.
always exactly. And so it's just like she's an onion. You just keep pulling back the layers, fellas. You you find out all this extra cool shit that she does on the side, and I feel like she's just a champion. She's taking on the world right now. So and in honor, I just know she wrote a book and she's cute. So
Well, but the thing is, can you stand listening to Dasha's vocal fry for
I
that?
can personally. I know a lot of people have a hard time with it, but I like it. It kind of makes me relaxed.
Is that her natural fry? Because I saw his interview on Doom Scroll. Like she can maintain that fry for a long time. It's like almost like cartoonishly thick.
No, I think that's just how she talks. That's just her voice.
This is see you're more millennial coded. I'm younger. This is the battle between millennials and Zoomers. The Zoomettes versus the
Yes.
millennial mommies. You
It's
know what?
100% true.
Listen, I think I'll quote to someone. I'll go bring it to the stand. The guy, surprise, fucking Undertaker here. I'll go bring up David Foster Wallace here.
Oh fuck. Your
Pulling up in his
hero.
bandana. I'm pulling him up. Oh, come on. I know for a fact you've listened to this water speech at least 3 times.
Okay, yeah, and I did watch the video you sent to the group.
Exactly.
It was amazing.
It was fantastic. Exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm going to say that in terms of honor, the thing is, Dasha, she is too self-aware. I'm too cool for school. She's always constantly thinking about what people are saying on Twitter. Oh, I don't like the vulgar white woman. She's always in the spotlight. Well, with honor, she doesn't post on Twitter much. She is an online person, but it turns it online into a variety of niche ways. She's online on the old school way,
Yeah,
online
she
as
has
a
a
way of
mystique.
mystique. There is mystique to her.
Hmm.
She's an urban bitch, right? She likes to keep that shit mystified, right? A very high value. She retains. You had to go to a walled garden to see her posts. You know what I mean? You had to
Hmm.
buy her book, her first book from Penguin Press. But if you want the real honor, you had to climb that hedge.
Yeah, you got to
And
do the work.
yeah, for me, she's Dasha's too performative. Levy is performative with her Zoomerisms. If you watch an interview here, she knows she's a Zoomer, but that's part of just being a woman. But I feel overall, Dasha, Dasha's closer to like 40. She's old. She's like old.
That is
Dasha's
true too. Hmm.
yeah,
She's married too.
And she just
and
got married.
she just has a very she got married. She has again and jelly bean skull structure. I don't like her skull structure. Well,
All right,
Levy,
so okay.
I can have fun with Levy. Levy would just be more fun and pure, and I would touch grass for Levy. I would give up my internet life. We could appreciate our lives on internet, but we could shed it from the chrysalis and just be people together. She could be my Jew au pair to my Judaic princess. You know what I mean? I would kill a Palestinian child for honor Levy. I would move to the
Let's
Holy Land.
go.
I would do it. Dude, in Lebensraum, I would become a farmer. I could become a settler. I'll settle Gaza with her, right? That's
Yeah.
what I do for her. The Lions of Judea, right? The Judaic erotic predator roaming. My seed will be planted in the lands of Israel for Levy. You know
All right.
what? I'm standing on business for my honor here.
All
I
right. So
think you're selling me too.
so
I think
Gabe's
I.
honor right now. Jesse's a little bit Dasha. I'll say Dasha. Like I don't give a fuck about all this other shit. She looks hotter.
Listen, this is Alexander Solzhenitsyn talks about this 200 years together, the Russians and the Jews, a conflict that's been on for a long time.
So I'm going Dasha. Gabe's going Honor. And right now, this is like the last cock blocks of the round, so you can.
Well, our cock blocks are just cancel each other out.
Yeah. So Jesse, it's up to you. Are you sticking with Dasha or are you switching to Honor?
It all comes down to this. Oh man. Fuck. Oh man. Oh man. I feel like we gotta keep Honor in the game, but it's like I also feel like Dasha could win this whole thing.
Listen, I am being one-shotted by her socks. I love me a girl in socks. I like long socks on a girl.
All right, Gabe, I gotta do it then.
We gotta be honest. Rip.
Let's do it.
Rip Honor.
Oh.
She battled valiantly.
Oh
So-
no! But what happens if I cock block? Then Jesse would just cock block me, right?
Well, Jesse, you can
No,
choose
I'd
not-
let it go
yeah.
through. Honestly,
Wait,
that was
wait.
such a good round.
You can choose not to cock block if you don't want to. For Gabe.
Who's gonna blink first? Are you gonna blink for the queen of the E-right here?
So
Are you gonna
Gabe has-
dethrone the queen?
Gabe has cock blocked.
I will save my cock block.
Well, you can't save it because this is
Oh!
like every round.
Oh, wait. Okay, this is the final round to use them. Okay.
Yeah, and then
Okay,
it
let's use it
resets.
then. Let's cancel each other
Yeah.
out.
All right, yeah. Too bad.
Okay, now King has to be the tiebreaker. All right.
Well, I picked Dasha. I already used my cock block on Melania.
This is not how it's supposed to go. I thought with Jews you're supposed to win with the Jews. No.
All right, this is completely out of control now.
Oh God, how can
So-
Sog do this to me?
So now cock blocks
crazy.
are reset again because we've now gone up the line.
Okay.
So cock blocks are reset. We're getting close though. All right. So Dasha versus Melania. Where we at?
Dasha.
Oh boy.
I hate her for killing my Jewish au pair, my Judaic princess, but I had to do Dasha.
Same.
All right. Yeah. All right. Goodbye. Sorry, Nara. First lady.
First
not good
lady.
Enough. Not good enough. All right. Francesca
Oh, boy.
versus Georgina.
Oh, sorry. For me, it's a nuke versus coughing baby. Fucking Francesca all the way.
Yeah, Francesca. You
King, who
cock-blocking,
did you
Jesse?
say?
It's
Oh, I'm-
No,
Francesca.
I
For me,
won't
it's
cock block.
listen. I can't be my schizo self with her, but I'm sorry. Those mommy milkers, man. I'm being hypnotized by the mommy milkers right now.
I'm okay with that.
All right. Sit.
Yeah.
Okay. Fuck paganism anyway, lame ass fucking.
Yeah.
Yes, Italian Catholics in control,
Yo,
baby. This is
a
for the
cat.
Pope. This is.
Yep.
Is Palia finally going down? Is she going
Yes.
down now?
She's
Yeah.
gotta. We all want to bang this little fucking emo bitch.
With this fascist EA, we're all going. Anybody want a cock block fight for the granny?
No, I'm sorry. She went down with honor. Literally, she's going down with honor. She's going down with honor. Literally.
Look, we'll read the books. It's okay. She's fine.
All right. So
Oh,
I don't even know if this is a question. Nobody used, I guess, the cock block that round, but Sasha Granny.
Okay, so what? And so if I drop my cock block to protect Candace, but then Jesse uses his cock block, if King will cock block my counteract his cock block, so Sasha would just go through anyway.
Yeah.
yeah.
Just to make sure. I
Yeah.
love you, my black queens, but
Yeah.
I think it's
cancels.
gonna be it's looking gray today.
It's looking great.
Not on Subverted Subversions.
All right. Oh, yo, this is the top 4 now. So again,
Holy
cock blocks
shit.
reset. This is I think the last meaningful time to use your cock blocks because after this, it's going to be a 2v2 or 1v1, and then everybody's
Yeah.
options just cancel each other out. So this is the last time to use your cock blocks if you want. All right, for real. All right, so Fascist EA versus Sasha Grey. Who we going for?
Fascist
Oh.
ETH.
I'm sorry. I love Dami. I need to look away. She hypnotized me last time for my cock block. The Dami Mommy Sasha Grey. You know what? I gotta go for my crypto queen, Fascist dot Ethereum. Let's
Yo,
go.
this is insane, bro. I agree. I agree. This
Yes. Yes.
diaper shit doesn't mean fuck all, bro. Yo, this is the real challenge right here.
No, I'm sorry. You're both from New York too. Okay, you know what?
Oh, shit.
New right-wing queen of New York, Francesca, dethroned Times Square.
This is tough.
No.
No. King, what do you say?
I don't know. This is tough, man. Because Josh is pretty hot. But so is Francesca.
But the
I
thing
still
is,
don't know much about Francesca.
but the thing is, listen, Dasha is gonna have to take off the socks eventually. Francesca's not gonna take off the tits.
Who says she has to take off the socks? Why are you demanding this?
He just wants to go for the feet, yo.
you like a little mold.
Yo,
How else are we gonna build the gunk up in between her toes?
Oh yeah, you like the little Gargamel, huh? You like the little mushroom stew.
I think I'm going
I like
with
being a
Francesca.
little, I like being a
Okay.
pig searching for truffles.
Well,
I
listen, Francesca, she's very normie coded. She likes smoking cigars. She's slightly normie tomboy-esque, but she's just much more fun bag, more golden retriever bit coded. Not as dumb as the little Lauren, but much more. I just want to grill, but I will look past your Spangler collection while you breed me.
So, is it Francesca sweep or?
I'm standing on business, Francesca.
I'm also going
Dasha has to be
Francesca.
dethroned. She has to be dethroned.
Dude. Okay. I'm throwing in my
Gosh.
cock box.
Dasha
Okay.
needs to go down. Okay,
No.
fuck it. I'll go cock block it.
Oh
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, I'm
So she
talking.
wins, Francesca.
Yeah.
Dasha goes down.
Damn.
New
Yo,
queen
this
of the E-Right.
Yo, bro, this is crazy.
Wow.
Yo, Gabe's taste is unreal because this is a fight between the Sinclair Zoomettes. This is
Oh
it.
shit, it is.
This is the Gabe deep cuts.
This is the day he wanted out, bro, with his fucking deep cuts. Unreal. Unreal.
Oh,
Damn.
this is actually hard.
This is
That-
obvious
that-
for me.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
Let me guess. Fascist EP.
Yes.
Okay. Argue your case. You gotta argue for your case here.
Well, I just don't know too much about Francesca, and Fascist ETH fits, all of my everything, all my bills, all the things I'm looking for. Plus, the shit that I saw her posting on Twitter was so Daily Stormer level of extremities that I was just like, this is amazing. So I vote for her because she seems cool as fuck. And
She's chuddy. She's chuddy. Listen,
Yeah.
one smokes cigars, the other smokes crack pipes.
that and that is a bit of a that that is kind of a line in the sand, but also if I'm ignoring the diaper shit, I'm ignoring a lot.
Oh God, King. I don't know what to do.
I think it's
Speak to me,
over.
King.
You can give a death eulogy for Francesca because it's ETH all the way out.
You know what?
She's got the
thing is,
fit.
I can be myself around fascist PP ETH.
Right.
It depends. Do I give up Gabe in order to live a sincere Sinclair life with Francesca, or do I go down with the Gabe Gooners? You know what? I'm staying true to my Gabe Goonies, ladies and gentlemen. I crown the new queen of the E-Right. Ladies and gentlemen, fascist ETH.
How would you do? This came out of nowhere,
queen
bro.
of the new queen of the E-Girls.
We're coming to your house. We're coming to your house to crown you in person.
Confirmed.
Bukaki crown.
Yeah.
Just the three of us.
mutuals with you, Gabe?
Dude, no, no.
You gotta add her.
Well,
You gotta be like, yo, she won. He
listen,
won.
Yeah,
this
we're all gonna add her.
this is honestly, this is such a surprise. I would not expect this in a million years.
Well, we found the
Dude,
truth,
I
bro.
kind of had a weird feeling that she was going to win it. Like, I really kind of had a feeling like she was gonna go far, and I was like, "Fuck yeah, dude! Yep, great choice."
Yo,
Yes,
for like original choices out of all the bitches on here, I was originally the Eva Lovia fan. I was going Gooner all the way because I'm the Gooner king, but it is what it is. I'm guessing, Gabe, were you
my
like on her all the way or?
no, yeah, I thought honor. I was fighting for my honor, man. But
Okay.
as soon as they said socks, I should have kept my mouth shut because you were going for honor. But I had to bring up her. Damn you, King! You chose such tastefully horny pictures of Dasha.
I got the
Yeah,
to get the sexy ones, but actually,
you really
Jesse,
did pick the best picks.
Did you have like
Oh,
somebody else that you had like out of all of these bitches that you were like
Who
originally
I
going
who
for, or
I mean, not really. I kind of thought maybe Georgina and kind of Dasha. I kind of wanted to see through. Oh, Brett Cooper too. Like, those were the
Brett
main ones I was kind of
Cooper,
hoping to
Daily
see.
Wire?
Yeah, but I'm very happy with who
Yeah,
won. I
base
I was
pick.
kind of rooting for.
yeah. Brett Cooper's an upset. I thought Brett Cooper lasted longer too. Actually,
Hmm.
Yeah. Oh man, Lauren
Lauren is
Southern.
also a pretty. Lauren got knocked out pretty quick actually as well. If I think about it.
Yeah, dude,
Uh,
the Lawrence had to go.
all this naming stuff.
Paulia, mommy Paulia, Pogula lasted a long time.
Yeah.
We kept her in the game.
She lasted to the finals. Camille Paulia lasted to the finals.
Who was the bracket?
Right,
JF.
up 80-year-old pussy.
Yo, it was
The
all about the
grandma.
prequels love, dude. It was all about the prequels love.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't. Man. Oh damn, Tree Perp got
Oh.
knocked out.
Yeah,
But
Trooper got knocked out quick.
Mhm.
Nikki,
fuck
I'm
Tolkien.
surprised. Yeah, I'm surprised Nikki didn't last longer too.
Yeah. Well, she was
Because
up against like yeah.
was it fascist PP? Was it
Oh
Ethereum?
no,
Who
she
was
was
the
against Georgina. She beat out right.
Georgina?
Yeah.
Mhm.
It was the idea of eating out Georgina to MGM's kids as a tribute to Pan, the god Pan.
Freddie. Whoa. Freddie. Laura Loomer. That was shit. Was crazy. Yeah. Everybody. The one that should have won, but whatever.
Uh,
I can't
You're
stop
coping.
gooning. Can't stop gooning.
Listen, imagine how I feel. Honor. She's supposed to be the new
Yeah.
queen of Times Square. She's going to dethrone Dasha.
You did your best.
Yo, I forgot about
You did
Abby,
your
yo.
best.
But I think
We're all just like too Jewish, too Ben Shapiro looking.
yeah. Bro, I should have used my cock block on fucking Melania Trump the first time. I should have used it for Eva, but whatever. It's too late now. Because I wanted to use
Uh,
it to like make you guys know, like, oh yeah, you guys can use this and stuff like that. So
Eva versus Lauren Shen.
yeah, Eva wins every time. What are we talking about?
Yeah. Yeah,
Everything.
the biggest upset is Nikki. Nikki, obviously, the biggest upset is Honor. Honor,
Yeah,
Nikki.
it was rough. But we got a new queen. Fantasy 8th. Let's go. Zoomers winning. Is
The
what it is.
fascist ETH, you are the new queen of the e-girls, of right-wing e-girls. You are a new queen of the e-girls.
Yeah. And
You have
these are all
won the
lovely
battle of the
ladies.
bitches.
These are all lovely ladies. I would fuck all of them in one giant orgy, except for Pariah. This, he's not included, but otherwise they're all lovely ladies. Whatever.
Oh, you're treating him like a pariah, you could say.
Yeah, you're the one guy.
God.
But
Actually, the thing with we can listen. We got buy up some pee. We got
yeah,
this is
we have to
rug
be
full
in
of
the
pee-pee.
crypto now.
It's about to explode.
Yeah, her pee coin. Yeah, dude, we gotta buy the dip. We got a rug pull. We got to rug pull all the chuds now.
All right,
God.
but all right. I think this is it. So,
Listen,
obviously, yeah.
I'm going to her DMs right now. I'm DMing her right now. Actually,
All right, so obviously we're signing out. So I'm King Cringe, obviously. Check out my stuff on King Cringe. Read Hate Spree or my Substack. Read Hate Spree. It's dope. It's got the face of female right wing literature. Frankie Schickelstein from Gabe, confirmed. You know, Substack, Twitter,
Half-Life
YouTube.
2 of the E-Right. Half-Life 2 of the new wave.
Yeah, facts. Jesse, you want to send us your links, man?
Yep, my name is Jesse Larkins, the author of Soap Scum. Yep, you've been listening to Subversive Subversions, and yep.
Yeah, I'm Gabe Sinclair. I'm very happy to have been here. Hopefully one of many. We should make this like a yearly thing: a battle of the bitches, battle of the E-Right E-Girls.
There's more
Yes.
e-girls coming.
Next time we'll get Geo on. My
Oh
e-father.
shit, that'd be fun.
Oh god, yeah, but this was a real blast. Fascist EP, please accept my tributes that I'm gonna DM to you, and please stay tuned for our future episodes of Tookie Sidebar, for more top tier Tugger talent. We're very Dionysian and we're going super Apollonian. All right, I'm very happy to have been here, and I'm very grateful to have been a guest on this pod. And good night and good tugging.